Hello.
People.
Hello,
Hi, people.
wonderful people.
People?
Hello, hello. Welcome in to episode 60 of the Echoing Isles.
Oh my god. So you know the CAPTCHA thing for Forge, where it gives you 3 dice and it always asks you for the lowest roll? Mine actually said highest roll this time.
Whoa, it does say
Thank
highest
God
roll
I
all the
read.
time. What
I
do you
would've
mean?
clicked the wrong one like a
You
damn
could have
bot.
been
What are you
botted?
reading?
Crazy. Crazy.
It wouldn't be the
Crazy.
first time.
Welcome in, everybody. I reach a point where I'm not sure how to proceed. I'm gonna go with Sunny, but I'm referring to Sunflower. So hi Sunny Sunflower. We'll go with that. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Congratulations on first. Welcome in. Thank you so much for giving them a shout out. You should have. We gotta shout you out too here in a minute. But of course, welcome in welcome in Shy, of course, even though you're in here. Welcome in Manny. Good to have you. I hope everybody's having fun getting their classes and races. A classic human paladin is 10 out of 10. Mandy, welcome in. Sunny, congratulations on a 7-stream streak. 10 out of 10. Thank you for shouting out. You were there, Shy. And then, of course, I have my wonderful players. Please make sure to go give them a follow. If you don't already do so, they are fantastical. We love them very much.
Yippee.
I don't remember what I said. I think I said, I hope you're good. Which I am good, and I appreciate that. I also like this little flashy party thing. This is great. Bongo butt.
Also follow Blaine. Smiles.
Segue. Play D&D.
Play D&D. So welcome in, everybody.
We say segue at the beginning of every time we do that.
I don't know, but
Yep.
I like to do it. Yeah.
I think it'd be really funny if we just make that a whole every single time. Oh my god, is that Absol? Hi, Absol.
That's an Absol. Hey, Absol, how's it going? Everyone should play D&D. I agree.
Yes, and there's spots open, chat. You could play D&D.
Yeah, all right.
You
We'll do
drive
the
DM
announcement.
Absolutely batshit crazy.
Okay, so chat, we have a lot of stuff going on. First off, this is episode 60. I'm very excited for episode 60. It's just a cool round number that we've reached, and I find it insane. Secondly, I have open slots, not very many, mind you, but I have open slots for a new campaign that will be streamed on here. It's a whole thing. Let me pull up the little bit. I have a whole little flyer for it that you can see up here. And then, of course, I have more information available on both my Discord, which you can check out there, and then, as my wonderful friends have done, you can also check out my website and sign up to be a player. This is kind of I'm going to call it a rare thing because I don't open up a whole campaign very often, obviously. But there has been a lot of people interested, and so I'm potentially going to have 2 new campaigns. So if you missed the opportunity to join the first one that I posted recently, this is an opportunity to do to join in on the next one, on the concurrent one that'll take place. It'll be run by me, obviously. It'll take place in my homebrewed world of Fagrim, and it'll run simultaneously with the other campaigns. So you won't necessarily play together, but your actions could affect the other campaigns, which I find fun.
My god.
I know.
It's almost like we're all playing in the same world.
The
where
same
stuff
world!
happens.
So feel free to please
my
let everybody know all about that, because boy oh boy, I would love to do that. That would be really cool.
Super neato.
Let me just pin this guy too. Perfect. Okay. So, with that announcement kind of out of the way, hi, I'm at work, so I should be listening in the background. That's great. This is going to be a good RP session, I think. So we'll see how that goes there.
Yep. Post-war, we've been very RP.
I feel like we had to be, though.
There were so
Yeah.
many loose ends that needed to be
There's still
It's
a
part of
bunch.
setup.
There's still so many loose ends.
You guys have so much just not resolved. It's crazy.
Peak story building time right now. Lots of lore being dropped, lots of world mechanics that were previously unknown getting smacked over the head with regularly. It's a good time.
World mechanics. There's a lot happening.
Yeah,
so anyway,
my wife is actually a tree, and also
And
Dude, there's
also,
so
we're
much.
all pregnant, actually, kind of, technically speaking.
I'm still technically the mayor.
literally you using this is gonna lead into the history check, I guess. I don't remember who's up for it, but you
I think it's
literally using Morkella as the device to tell us about dryad reproduction.
Oh my god.
Sort of. It's hilarious.
yes. I didn't have a better way to provide it because it was gonna be it's between like a couple of people, and it depended on who you happen to be around. Morkella was like the last pick for this conversation, but it's I love that it was Morkella. I think it's a beautiful thing, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's first pick. That was peak
She's
interaction.
so funny.
Because that's what we need though, is
A
she's so
Teresa.
blunt and to the point. And that was rough for Az to hear, but we were just like, thank God we're finally getting like some straight up answers right now. Everyone else like pussyfoots around, and Markella's just like, well, this is how it works. And I'm like, thank you,
Well,
honey mushroom lady.
Yeah,
so helpful.
I shoved that into quotes in the Discord so fast.
Was it something I
Oh
said?
my god.
Oh, it was Mandy.
If I could
Very
pin
nice.
something else, I would pin that.
Trees.
Right?
Multiple pins. Please, Twitch.
Please
I
switch.
love the joke. I love the threesome, but to be fair, I did hit the threesome earlier in the campaign.
You
when I
did,
picked up
yeah.
the random ladies that were on a date in the bar.
Joined a date halfway. Still went home with both. The Riz rolls were real good, if I recall.
Yeah, I'm such a fuckboy, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, you are.
Recovering fuckboy energy. It's fine.
Speaking of fuckboy energy, would you mind doing the first roll of the night?
Yeah, Mr. DM, I'm really excited to try and take your last pair of panties because I want my cape. Nope.
That would have been cool though. I am legitimately kind of like, I kind of hope you get the cape.
I know.
Whoa.
Cape would be so peak. Dude, and then, okay, because hear me out. Actually, I don't know if this was something you announced, but you said you were thinking about doing something with our characters moving into the next part that we're heading towards. And like, what if I just had a cape toggle?
You know what? You should totally have a cape toggle.
I just, anyway.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see who is up for the thing. I am
Yeah, who is
trying
up
my
for the
best
thing?
to do
it
stuff
all
on the
of us or
side.
none
It's
of us?
going
I-
poorly.
Thought it was Sunny. I don't remember.
Might be.
Well,
but
let me do
also,
this here
I
real
don't know.
quick.
I feel like we've been doing collaborative history checks the last
It has been kind of collaborative. A little bit. Let me do this. Boop, there we go.
It might be all of us. Because I know it was Shy, and then I think I went immediately after, and I think last week was supposed to be Pyrie.
Yeah, I think it was more of a collaborative.
Because I think we were having issues with it. So yeah, if you guys want to do collaborative, I'll just reset it. I think it my stats here technically show Liari's up, but I don't know how accurate
I'll take
that
it.
is.
Because I already said I
Yeah.
remember, so that's fine.
But all right, good luck, good
So-
Godspeed.
This is what happens when you watch VODs on 2x speed, baby. Oh, last time on Dragon Ball Z, we were in the office with Smudge, and Smudge just revealed themselves to the party. Liari holding Cat Pyrie in arms, with Morkella having taken the bear back to the mansion, and Azaria and Joe were chilling there, and so we were all just sitting there like, what's going on with the Smudge? That's new. And that conversation was mixed bag, at least from Liari's perspective, because it's like, so our friend is still in there, and she can hear us, but we can't contact her, because I tried. I did detect thoughts, but, you know, it obviously failed because you rolled higher, whatever. All that stuff. So I wasn't able to talk to Mads, but I could feel her in there, so I know she's in there. And Smudge is like, she'll be back eventually, you just have to wait, or you can, you know, talk to me, but I'm not as nice or whatever. And so we all just were like, okay, well, if your intentions aren't crazy bad, I guess we'll, you know, leave you to it. And we left. But I immediately asked Morkella to help spy on her. So Morkella did, what is it called? Mage Eye?
I believe it's Arcane Eye.
Arcane
and just
Eye.
kept recasting it.
Yeah, which is hilarious. So Morkella was watching for any movement from Smudge as we go back to the mansion, where we had the talk of all time with Morkella about dryads and dryad history and how they're created and the seeds and stuff like that. And Az was just sitting there like, oh my god, what is happening? And we're all just like, this is fascinating. And we asked Morkella to keep Azaria's race, I guess, a secret, because she's not dumb. She pieced it together, and we're like, look, we're trying to protect her. Mum's the word, like nobody can find out, but we also need to research this like a lot now, because we got the history of Eternia pre-shattering, everything leading up to the shattering, with the history of the Yuan-Ti. I guess were the Yuan-Ti there like I vaguely, but like there was people, including Alondra, who was the fake goddess for the chat, where they were doing sciencey things against the dryads, tried to steal, you know, one of their unborn children or something like that, and then they all like descended on them like fucking crazy and murdered them. And then it was like a lot of politics. Really cool. Go back and watch that, because I'm not going to recap the whole thing, but anyway, really interesting conversation there with Morkella. And then she lets me know, oh, by the way, Smudge is on the move. So I go and stalk her to the cellar, where we go up to the top floor, and she goes and makes contact with the goddess through the Veil Network. I remember what it's called, because I always say ley lines, but it's not. It's the Veil Network. Smudge went back in,
yes.
and Smudge and Mads were two separate entities, making the anchor harder to hold, because it's two people, which is crazy. And Smudge was able to get a lot out of Alondra by way of, you know, again, with the history of all that stuff. And again, go watch that. There was a lot.
It was a
really
lot
good
of
conversation
information
where we learned a lot. Yeah, Smudge learned more in 5 minutes than Mads ever did, to quote them, basically. Yep. Yeah. Crazy conversation. So, huge lore dump last session. And I follow Smudge back to where they've been staying, and they actually open up the journal and continue to read Alondra's journals. So we got another entry there, which is peak. And then they went to sleep, drunken stupor type thing, put on the invisibility cloak, but I already knew they were there, so I was like, okay. Anyways, they went to sleep. I went back and found Pyrie asleep in a pile of animals, because while I was gone, Pyrie like knocked the bag, and the other two popped out as an owl and a lion. And so Pyrie was in a cuddle puddle with the animals. I go to bed. We wake up. The animals poof back into the bag, out of existence, whatever. And I wake up, go back to Mads, connect brain space with this area so they can contact me if they need to. And when Mads wakes up, it is Mads and not Smudge, so I follow them to their office. and I'm like, hey, what was that? And they're like, bro, I don't know. And I'm like, cool, you need to talk to us. Please come back. And they're like, okay, but also I need to give the mayorship to Araltha. And I think that's most of everything that happened.
I believe so, because you guys ended off around that point. Because I feel like we were going to dive into something, or you were going to go and talk to the rest of the crew, and we ended there.
Yes, and I'm trying to remember, because I know Pyrie mostly did stuff with the bag and the animals, and then part of the conversation with Markella. So yeah, I think that pretty much covered it.
At dawn, all the animals disappeared.
Yep.
And there were 3 more fur balls in the bag.
Any other remembering something I missed?
I think that's it.
I don't think you covered it really well.
Yeah, it was really well done, honestly. Honestly, that was a really good recap. Please enjoy, because that was actually a lot of information and a lot of specific detail. Enjoy an inspiration.
Huge.
Follow up. Any favorites for a D4 or a negative D4 for things you hate?
I loved being able to go back to the goddess and be mean.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair.
That's fair, yeah.
The Smash moments are so peak.
D4 for you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
I like the fact that I keep growing more animals.
That's also fair.
I just keep acquiring more and more creatures, and it's kind of funny, but also very on track for the fact that I'm a druid. But yeah, funny animals. I like me keep mine now.
That's hilarious.
That's
I'm
all
trying to
for
think.
TikTok.
I don't know. I like everything that's happening right now, but I think, like I was saying earlier, probably my favorite part was just the use of Markella as our story device, and that was the one that finally got through to us of all this information that we need to hear. That in combination with like the scene with the goddess, I was imploding in my seat with all the things that I was learning that was like, you know.
This is so much, yeah. It was so much information, you guys. I'm so proud of you for being able to consume it.
Hell yeah. I was feeding.
So, with that in mind, we do have a funny small trinket. So I'm going to make Mads 1, Liari 2, Pyrie 3. We'll throw 4, 5, and 6 as listed there, and throw a d6 and see who gets it. 1.
Yippee! I got a thing.
Oh yeah, I'll read it off in a second, because depending on whenever you leave your office, you'll find this. That'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the small treasure.
Thank you, chat.
Chat's so kind.
Thank you, Ahoy.
Toy, base toy.
All right, so as we come back in, Liari and Mads, you two were having a fairly heavy conversation about, well, what's been going on the last few weeks and how hard everything's been and how moving forward. You talked about future stuff with the end result, correct me if I'm wrong, being that you guys are going to go have a conversation with the entire group?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting the gang back together.
Yeah, I'm about to leave Mads' office to let them do their mayor stuff, and I imagine they're probably going to come home around lunch. I don't know. Are you taking a half day? I don't know. None of my business.
Taking a half day.
I'm the mayor. I can pretty much do whatever I want. Like, I don't really care.
But yeah, I was just...
My only thing that I want to do is, I do want to talk to Araltha, so it'd probably be easier to do that first before I do
Sure.
the chat with all of you. You know, I'll take the afternoon off, yeah. I deserve it.
Yeah, you do. Totally.
You've been working so hard as mayor.
I'm working so hard. Trying
Mayor
to keep it
and
together over
Smayor.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drinking
So then
yourself into a stupor.
Liari leaves
In my
the
shack.
Liari leaves the office and heads off to the rest of the group. Mads, for the purposes of the small treasure, you walk Liari out, and as Liari is walking away, stuffed, up against the wall, kind of behind a bush, nobody's seen it, and it's just kind of been here for a while. But you find a broken dagger with the last part of a name inscribed on the remaining portion of the blade. It reads Dius. D-I-U-S.
Like with a D?
Yeah, with a D.
These nuts.
These nuts.
That was about to say that.
So you may add that to your inventory in D&D Beyond if you so choose. Could be something later.
Okay.
Who knows?
It'll go into my bag where it will never see the light.
Yep.
No, but I have suspicions. What if it's relevant to things, not the and the,
Then
like, the
Mordred will make
endless
it fall
bottomless
out of my bag like he did with the journal.
Not the small treasure note under the door in Melody Cove 20 sessions before it became
I
relevant.
know. Me, when I just start slitting holes at the bottom of your bag, and so everything just falls out on the floor periodically. Just-
All right. So, Mads, you're in your office. How are you going about getting Oraltha to visit, or are you going to find Oraltha?
I feel like I should just summon her.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
have how many
I feel like
tens
I
of
would
people
just
working
ask
for you? Hundreds?
for her to come see me in my office if she has availability.
Sure. I'm trying to find like happier music that's not just chill, but I think we're just gonna have chill music, and that's gonna be okay. Yeah, we'll leave it on unease. I like unease. I like keeping you guys on your toes. So, Mads, you send out some of your administration. They're going to find wherever Oraltha is at this time, and Oraltha is generally doing good stuff here or there throughout the city, rebuilding shops, passing out food, helping with crop harvests, and otherwise doing all the do-gooder stuff, along with Oraltha's essentially shadow, Elias. They do both come at the same time to your office. They seem to be kind of a duo at this point. Let me go ahead and shift this screen so everybody can see things. All right. I forgot I left this Wiimote.
Oh yeah, my one
my God.
joke from last session. We could just
Yeah,
feed you a
yeah.
Snickers because you're not you. Because
So
that's how
good.
you fix DID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Smiles.
you'll have to remove the smudge from my name too.
Oh, I should
'cause
remove
if
the
I
I
remember correctly,
I just have a
didn't
smudge
know.
label for you now, which I am so entertained by.
That's awesome.
So, Mads, as Oraltha and Elias are summoned, you wait a little while, and they do eventually make their way into your office. Familiar as always, as Oraltha's a bit loud and brash, whereas Elias is very quiet and observant. They enter into the office with a knock, and they come in, and Oraltha steps right up to the desk, happily extends her hand out. Nice to see ya. So, what can I do for you?
Ah, Ralpha, lovely to see you. Please come, sit. And then I imagine I could have tea. Maybe start pouring some tea for all of us.
Okay. Oraltha and Elias take seats on the guest side of the desk as you pour some tea for everyone. Oraltha takes a nice sip and waits.
Well, I know I haven't had a chance to meet with you since our last visit, but I hope you are still doing well and the city has been kind.
Oh yeah, city's been very kind. Lots of people just looking for a leg up, and I'm doing the best I can to give that to them. Obviously, you've done quite a bit. No one's really gone hungry, and there's been lots of goods. And those, well, just takes a big sniff. You kind of put them nobles back in their place, didn't you?
Yeah, I might have gone a little too far, but my expertise doesn't really go into politics. So I'm still trying to figure it out as I go. However, the reason I called you here today is precisely for that reason. I have been seeing all of the wonderful things that you have done in Stoneguard, and I always had planned to have a successor before my term is up. I'm assuming we have term limits.
Sure.
Okay. And
you borderline
I
made yourself a dictator. So it's
I
hard
know,
to
I know, that's why I'm saying that. I feel that you would be the right person to take my place, and perhaps Elias here to be your second.
Oraltha will kind of set the tea down on its tiny little saucer and like lean back in the chair and kind of put like the one hand over the other one as a fist in kind of a thinking pose. And Elias will kind of like look between Oraltha and you, and Oraltha just seems to be in thought, so Elias takes this opportunity. Are you sure that Oraltha and I are the right choices?
Let me be more clear. I am not right for this position. I took the position to make sure that it didn't fall into the poorest hands that it could have fallen into. And trust me, there was quite a few options for whom it could have taken over. And thankfully, I was able to not make the city a dictatorship as much as the other would like. But with that being said, I'm still not the right person for this position. I still have things outside of this city that I need to do. And I don't think there's any other person that I could possibly think of that would do an even more admirable job than you do. You have been out there in the soup kitchens, you've been helping the poor, you've been doing so much.
Thanks. And Oraltha will just sort of lean forward and be like, all right, I could do that. I'll keep Elias with me too. Good head on his shoulders. Keeps me in check from, punching people.
Wonderful. I'm glad you two have such a wonderful dynamic, because there will be many instances where you want to punch people. And, well, with that settled, I'll let you get on with your day, let the news settle. If you'd like to come back tomorrow, we can start having, start transferring of things, and I can give you all of the wonderful details of me being a mayor.
Right. That sounds like a great plan. I really look forward to it. We're gonna make this city great, aren't we, Elias?
I truly believe that.
She's gonna elbow Elias as you say that, and Elias is like, oh, yeah. We'll make it great. It'll be awesome.
I'd like to try to do a firm handshake, but I feel like she's gonna squish my little fist.
Are you going for like that? The only way I can
impressive handshake.
Is it a friendly handshake, or is it that kind of handshake that two asshole guys do where they grip really hard and just try and break the other dude's hand?
Not the I want it to be the second one, but not the second one.
Got it. Okay. Firm. We're gonna go with firm.
Yeah, we're going.
Go ahead and give me a strength check. It's not one to hurt, but it is just one to.
Okay, because I was gonna say, whenever you ask Mads to do that, they break doors.
I know.
Yeah, this-
Oh, okay, that was normal. Thank God.
No.
Wild. It's fairly equivocal. So you two grasp hands, and you're not looking to hurt each other. So it's a very firm, like, respectful. You can tell there's a lot of, like... What's your passive insight? Good God. Why do you have a 19? Why are you guys so insightful? Anyway.
Because I like to see things.
Yeah, you do.
I literally built my character
I
to
know.
raid people. And street smarts.
With a 19, Mads, Oraltha holds you at a fairly high level of respect, so your words do mean a lot, even if it's
good.
not obviously shown.
I'm
Elias
not
would also
snatched
like
tomorrow.
to do a handshake. Boy, oh
Oh.
boy,
Oh.
that's
Oh,
an
so
Elias
him.
roll.
I love
That's
the
so on
dice.
par,
They're
though.
in peak
That's-
form today. Elias, no, not again, bro.
If you roll
You
more
accidentally
than
just
more
shoved it in
than
the face.
10 higher than Elias, it's gonna hurt Elias, and it's not an intentional hurt, but I think it's funny. So go ahead and give me a strength check, would you?
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna squish him.
You
He's so baby
tentatively
boy, don't
grasp
he?
his hand, and you watch him almost wince, but not quite. Thank you. We're gonna do such a good job. We're gonna clean the whole city up. It's gonna be great. Oraltha will stand up at that, down the T in one quick motion, much like a shot. All right, we'll be back tomorrow bright and early. We'll start the transfer, if that's all right with you.
That sounds wonderful. I look forward to it. I'll usher him out.
Yep. They take their leave and head on out. All right, Mads, you're left alone in your office. Oraltha and Elias have left.
Cool. I'm packing up and I'm going to. Where am I going? Wherever we were staying. Wherever the party is staying.
You know where the rest of your party is staying. It's not where you've been staying, but you know it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, Mads, you make your way out of your office, or at least the office that you'll have for the next day, and make your way to the house where the rest of the party has been staying at. I'm going to shuffle this all up one there. That makes more sense.
I also take offense that you took me away from my wife.
Did you just try and move Mads?
Yeah. I was trying. Like, get. Anyway,
Get.
I still have issues.
That's so funny.
My
So funny.
mentality
So
is
funny.
semi-functional, but I have issues.
So, Mads, I would love for you to describe to me, as you're approaching the house where you know the rest of the party is staying, what is going through Mads's mind? Like, is there any emotional stuff? Is there anything just like big sigh? What's happening?
Mads is doing that begrudging, like, toddler walk up to the house, just like, just like kicking the rocks, like going slow, kind of just, emotionally, they're very relieved that the thing with Oraltha went well. They're also, like, kind of anxious because they're like, did I just make the right choice? Like, should I stay? Like, should I not leave? And then they're also kind of like, not like, and they're looking forward to talking with everyone, but like, I don't know, there's so much to talk about, and they're like very, introverted and don't want to share about themselves. So like the knowing that that's happening, they're kind of just already upset.
Okay. So you're making your way up, kicking rocks. I rolled for one thing and not the other, so let me... Cool. You approach the house. Passive perceptions. Cool. So as you're approaching the house, you're kicking rocks. You're not really masking your approach then. You kick a rock, it happens to kind of ricochet and bounces up to like the wood of the house, and it goes thump into the house, alerting at least Pyrie and Liari to someone having done something outside the house. Would Pyrie or Liari investigate sounds outside the house?
Yeah. You know how paranoid I am.
I figured. I just thought I would ask.
Pyrie would probably ignore it if she didn't think it was a pressing issue.
It doesn't seem pressing, you know. Nobody else seems to notice, but Liara, you do hear a thump, and your paranoid self rushes to the nearest visual area, so a little window in your wherever you're at, your room perhaps. You look out and see Mads approaching the house.
Okay, if you're gonna have me in room potentially with, what time of day is it?
I mean, if you had that conversation
Probably.
first thing in the morning, it would have been maybe early afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm assuming everyone's like awake and stuff, so I'll just kind of look over to Az and say, well, Mads is here. It's time to go have a conversation.
What's your
Figure out
passive
what's
perception, Liari?
Passive perception. 13.
Okay. Just curious. Aziria's hand's in their pocket. The 21 insight, they keep their hand, well, at least one hand in their pocket a lot now. With the
Is that where
21
they keep
insight,
the
it's
seed?
probably where they keep the seed. Like a worry stone sort of deal.
Yeah.
So you two make your way downstairs. Joe is lounging about on a couch. Morkella is seemingly meditating. Pyrie, what are you up to right now?
Oh no.
What chaos is Pyrie doing?
I feel like Pyrie. Hold on, English is hard. Words hurt. Blah 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 blah. Pyrie would be confused at her animal balls. And would probably be like sitting there just kind of like, I don't know, I don't want to say investigating them, but kind of just like playing with them in her hand and like looking at them and being just a little confused as to how they work.
What
And
are
like
these?
inspecting the bag and stuff.
Without context, this is so wild. Anyway,
I know.
She's confused about her animal balls
Yeah. She is confused about animal
as
balls.
she
I don't
fondles
know.
them.
Yeah, I don't know what's so crazy about that, man. It's just normal conversations.
just
Anyways, yeah,
normal
confused about
Pyrie
animal
things.
balls. Animal balls doing animal ball things that she doesn't understand because they're animal balls. So,
So, Pyrie is playing with some fuzzy balls, apparently. As Aziri and Liari make their way down the stairs, Joe Morkella become aware that something is going on. At which point, Mads, you probably would have reached the door. Anybody doing anything specific?
Yeah, I will tell them, like, Mads is back if y'all are ready for this conversation, and I'm gonna move to open the door in case they're having second thoughts about coming in. I don't know. Because you know how someone can just sit outside the door for like 10,000 years almost knocking, but not, nah, I'm just gonna open the door.
That's good. That's a good idea.
Because like you technically also live here, but you haven't been here, so I'm not even gonna pretend like you think that you could just walk in. So you're like, nope, in you go.
So,
Here you go.
So Liara, you walk up to the door, just open it for Mads before they even have a chance to knock.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Great. I'd say since you saw him coming, you're easily able to do that. So you walk up right as Mads has reached the door and has started to contemplate the part of the knocking portion of this set of steps. You kind of take it away from them and open the door up, and you two lock eyes for a second.
Hey, I'm glad you came.
Yeah, me too. And we're gonna kind of just walk in and just not like look even like we're looking at the floor like, man, I got caught standing outside the door.
There's as Mads, as you're ushered inside and the door is closed, a little bit of wind sort of kicks up and you get that swoosh of breeze through the trees as the leaves all sort of on each other, you know.
That's such a harsh noise.
Yeah, it was harsher than necessary, but you know. Anyway, so I'd imagine you guys have a nice, fairly large, lush, like luxurious living room, seeing as this was a noble's house at one point. So imagine you have a handful of couches. Joe and Morkella are on one. Pyrie, I don't know why, but I just imagine you on the floor, like, sitting crisscross. But you could be however you want. I just think it's funny.
That sounds right to me.
Azaria would be sort of leaning up against a nearby door frame, watching.
What are her appeared like anxiety levels? Because actually, can you, since it's been several hours at this point, because I would have checked in with her when she woke up, because yesterday was a lot and she was asleep by the time I got back, and then I woke her up to like tell her I was leaving in the morning, but it, you know, the first time I really got to sit with her was when I got back from Mads' office. So I imagine we don't have to act it out, but I imagine I would have talked with her about like how she's doing with all the information. So how's like her general anxiety levels? Check in with me there.
With a 21 insight, she is handling it like a champ. There's a lot going on. This is so much information, especially like within the last 24 to 48 hours. Essentially, her entire species and lack of awareness in that department has sort of at least been addressed with information that could or could not be real. There's so much happening. She is doing well enough. She is still got her hand in her pocket, and she seems to be kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen with your friends, because like she's familiar with everybody to some extent, but like
Right. Yeah, there's been no like congealing within the time we've been together at all.
No,
We
because
fought
most
a
of
war,
Azaria
we survived
is
the war, and we existed in a bubble, everyone doing their own thing for weeks. So
Yep.
that makes sense.
it's
So
been weeks of recovery for
means-
everyone.
that being said, I do want her to feel involved and feel like I'm inviting her into the group, both for her sake, but also for the group as like this is a physical demonstration, is I'm just going to take her hand and guide her over to a couch that we can sit next to together and sit her down and like be next to her as everyone else finds their own seats in the area.
Okay. So I'll say it's like a little sitting area. You have like 4 couches in a square, essentially. So you guide Azaria to sit on one of the couches, which I presume you'll sit on with her. Everybody sort of takes a space in this area then.
Yeah, sure. Iris is on floor.
Beautiful. Headcanon real.
One
Yep.
couch has been scooched diagonally, leaving a nice space for a good sitting spot.
Perfect.
The Mads, you would take your own. So I'm gonna do a slight adjustment of people's locations for the intents of demonstrating who is where.
Sounds good.
Beautiful.
There.
Look at that. That's immersion, chat. That right there.
All right. So, you guys sit on the couches, and there is sort of a moment of complete quiet. This is the first time you've all been in the same space since that huge fight with Mauve.
I'm just gonna like look at you guys. I'm happy you're all alive.
I'm probably semi-masking right now, so I'm not going to outwardly react to that, but inwardly, I don't like being reminded, so just the, like, inward kind of flinch. But I'll say, yeah, that wasn't looking good for a while, but we're all here, and I'm happy you're alive, although maybe not okay. I think that's why we needed to have this sit down and really talk, because I haven't seen you guys in weeks. I know I've been MIA dealing with my stuff. I'm sure everyone had stuff they were dealing with, and there's a lot going on. And if there's a lot going on our end, and I'm gonna like gesture to me and Az, then I'm sure there's a lot for everyone else, and I think we need to be on the same page.
Well, I think the first things first. We should address that we're all still going to Eternia. Is that still the plan?
Iris is going to nod violently. Yeah.
Aggressive bobblehead in earthquake looking ass.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm just gonna sigh because I'm not excited about it, but I'm gonna say, yeah, whether or not we want to, I do think we still have to. There's a lot going on, more so even than we thought before. We thought this was an issue with the Yuan-Ti, but it's so much greater than them now. I don't even know where to start.
There's so much information that has been brought to our attention, or my attention, that needs to be discussed.
Well, where do we start? Should we draw
Let's start-
straws or what?
Yeah, who goes first?
Should we do introductions? I know we haven't had time to really like talk, and I know Az is new for a lot of you, and I don't know.
Well,
is that weird?
Let's talk about my absence, and then we can go into everyone else's absence.
Okay.
After we slaughtered everyone in the town square, I seem to have broken into 2 versions of myself, and as you were all very confronted with Smudge yesterday, you're already aware of them. They are an entity within me that are they're my old self before I found the goddess, and they occasionally seem to be able to take over my body. I thought I could figure it out, but I can't. It has been a month and a half of nothing. And I didn't want to tell you guys about it. Matt's doing that like I'm ashamed, staring at the floor. Their face is probably like beet red.
I'm probably just gonna say, I'm glad you told us now. Obviously, it was kind of rough how we found out, and probably not ideal for any of us, but I don't think anything awful happened in the time. Nothing we can't fix anyway, so at least now there's more heads
in motion that cannot be undone.
Well, like what?
Do you remember the twins?
I sure do.
Do you remember their little henchman? Whose name I cannot remember, because...
Silvara.
Silvara.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of similar names. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
Silvara.
It's okay. It's okay. Silvara, I offered him a job to work for me. And he told me that the only way he could leave the clan is to die, and I told him I would fake his death so he could work for me. I have also royally pissed off both of the twins by withholding the amulet from them. I started bartering the amulet with Tarvalo, who's very upset with the both of you, I add, for not holding up your end of the bargain.
You sure did mention that in her office.
Yeah. I've created a few more enemies.
Okay, but even still, dealing with enemies as a group is better than dealing with them alone, so it's something. It's okay, is there a timeline on any of this? Do you know where the twins are, where Tarvalo is, where Silvara is? Like, what's...
I managed to get Tarvalo to leave me alone, but he'll be back. The twins will be back probably tomorrow or the next day, with hopes of getting the amulet. I'm supposed to somehow kill Sylvana in that time period, but I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. I also just offered up my mayorship to Araltha, and we're gonna be doing that tomorrow. So there's a good chance when they come by I won't even...
You cut out slightly. You won't even be what?
Fuck, what did I say?
Peralta's coming by tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I offered up Araltha my mayorship. However, that'll be taking place tomorrow, and then after that I don't think I have a job anymore as the mayor. So they're gonna come.
Why were you the mayor in the first place?
Well, they were gonna come to my office to visit me, so I won't be there when they come to visit. And the reason I'm mayor is because I didn't want to, because that just sounded like an awful idea. And the evil part of my brain thought that it would be funny and self-interest inducing to become mayor. You can thank Smadge for that.
Hearing all of this, Irie has moved from just sitting and listening to she is now just sprawled out, laying on the floor, just staring at the ceiling with a confused look on her face.
Oh no, we've I've already overloaded.
Additionally, Pyre's friend that tried to kill us has been helping me work out things in the fields, because there's just too much food and not enough people to pick it. I may have, in my stupidity, offered him some information that he probably shouldn't have had.
Like what?
I didn't tell him directly, but he could probably safely assume that I can use veil magic. Because I mentioned the seeds and what Pyre had told me, and I was so confused and in need of answers that I asked Regulus.
You didn't tell him about Az, did you?
No? Question mark?
Harry's gonna pipe up and be like, even I didn't do that.
Damn.
I was very lonely.
Damn.
Harry's gonna sit up and just look at Mads and be like, that's
You did tell him that I eat brains, though. And it happened once.
because it was cool. He was a little confused on that, but it was fun. You know, we got to scoop brain. Didn't know it could do that.
I didn't know I could do that either.
I wasn't there when you did that, so I'm just kind of looking between the two of you like, what the fuck?
I'd rather not get into it at this time. Just know that I know things that I shouldn't know.
Like the texture of brains.
Is it anything useful, or is it just,
Pretty much the entire life of Mauve, if that helps.
That's a reminder that does wear off after like
Oh yeah.
what, like a day or a week or something.
But surely I don't forget information that I...
Yeah.
I suppose that's true, actually. Did
Like,
you-
it would just
There's
be
also
my
no saying
own...
that Mads didn't also just scribble everything down.
I don't think they would have.
Probably
I think it
not,
would just
but
be their brain, you know, their memories of eating the brain. So maybe it's more like flashbacks, like...
they remember it fondly, like a bad acid trip.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's clarified then. So yeah, you could have information for sure. It just whether or not we'll deal with that when we cross that bridge later.
I think Liari is going to be a bit rigid at hearing that, and because Liari does not understand the intricacies of Smudge and how Smudge became to be, she's just gonna look at Mads and say, Mauve isn't inside your head too, is she?
Mads is gonna look at you like with deadpan expression, just, no. It's just me and Smash.
Okay. Well, that's certainly an interesting hobby you have. Well, certainly that could potentially come in handy, so I guess that's not a bad thing. Okay, so so Tarvalo's gone, the twins are coming back, but they might run into Araltha and Elias instead.
That's correct.
What? I don't know. What's the plan with that? Like, are you actually trying to pick up Silvara as a henchman? Are we trying to kill them? Like, are we trying to kill the twins?
It's hard to describe. I don't know, because it wasn't my doing in the first place? Smudge wants to stay mayor so they can become a dictator of sorts between Stoneguard and use Stoneguard until it no longer is viable to them. And in their, I don't know, in their brain, they just figured that they would get them to be their henchmen and do some of their dirty work. And then we could also have information on the twins and how to get back at them. But I don't really want to get back at them. Smudge does. I just want to move on. But I don't think they're gonna let us go because they want that necklace. I also know what the necklace is.
Okay, what's the necklace?
It's a bunch of souls.
Okay, what kind of souls? It's kind of been a
the
screaming necklace
kind.
this whole time. Well, yeah, obviously. They've been screaming this whole time. How is that news?
We have a lovely depiction of you guys on the couch, by the way. Enjoy.
What kind of souls are they?
This was definitely told to me, and I'm just not remembering it in this moment.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll remind.
But I know information is there.
Having did you get it out of the journal or did you get it from?
I think I asked directly from.
It was
What's her
Alondra.
name? Yeah.
Yeah, she put from that's right. From Alondra. Alondra let you know that the other members of the Council of Magus, the ruling party of old Eternia, who messed with the infinite power source and caused the shattering to happen, they were shoved into, all their souls were ripped from their bodies and put into that amulet as eternal punishment, dished out by Alondra herself before the world ended. Before the shattering happened. So it's the souls of a bunch of dudes in there. Bunch of people. Bunch of real powerful magic users in there.
Yeah. Boy howdy, huh?
Boy howdy.
So I don't know how you want to phrase that to Liari, I guess.
How do you want to mention?
Or the rest of the group,
I'm
but
not
you know.
going to attempt. Yeah, I'm just. Yep, the information's there.
Okay, so we're just gonna I don't know if Liari. Well, that in combination with, I guess, what Markella was telling us. There's probably some bridges mentally being made there, but probably not all of it. So, Larry's just gonna say, well, we for sure aren't giving anyone that amulet, right? Can we at least be in agreement on that? Looks
Absolutely.
at group. Okay.
Now that I know what it is, I can't part with it. Which means we gotta get away from here so that way it doesn't get stolen from us.
That's fair. There's that, but isn't it kind of a beacon anyway? Isn't that how we found it?
It is unfortunately swarming with veil magic. Anyone that can detect it can find it easy, I'm sure.
With 19
they're
insight,
close
yeah,
enough.
that seems likely.
But we can't leave it anywhere because they'll get it. We have to take it. They'll just always know where we are. That's unfortunate, but we can't let anyone have it. So it is. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Okay. All of that being said, what happens when Smudge comes out again? Is Smudge gonna undo everything you do as Mads? Like, what are they want to stay mayor, so what are they gonna do to Araltha? Like, what's gonna happen if they go after the twins?
I wish I could tell you. I don't know. It seems like Mads is absolutely hell-bent on doing the exact opposite of what I would do. They do things quite violently, very for themselves. They're just self-interest to a T.
Does that mean Smash is gonna try and run away every time they pop up?
They might. I wouldn't hold it past them. But it's hard to tell, because we're still our own separate entities, so I still don't know exactly what they want or what their main goal is.
Well, what do we do? Do we just tie you
Do we
up?
get a Smash leash?
Not back to the baby carrier era. The child leash.
Everything is full circle.
Oh my god.
You guys had one. Did you ever? You never got rid of it. You have a carrier.
Somewhere, probably.
We do, yeah. Probably somewhere on me because I was the one that was always carrying.
As far as I can tell, there are ways to make the kind of trigger smash. So there's got to be ways to trigger Mads. I just don't know what they are yet.
Okay. You know what triggers Smash? Because we can start by keeping
The twins.
those away from you. Well, that's
So we
unfortunate.
killed it.
Sad.
I think killing them's the answer.
You know, I do.
They have an entire army at their disposal. Are we really
They-
going to start another war?
We don't really need them coming after us. It's bad enough that they're already trying to get the amulet, but if we kill their leaders, then they won't stop till they find us.
Kill all of them?
Morkella's gonna chime in here.
Hmm?
I have two thoughts. The first is, what is something of importance to Mads specifically? A person? Perhaps an item? Perhaps a memory? Something that can be shown? Secondly, as far as enemies go, if you cannot kill the leaders and run away, and you cannot kill them all, why not just take their place?
Morkella, the last thing I want is to go from being the mayor to the major representation of the clan of Carnelian.
I thought their name was Cock.
That too. And then Mads is gonna pull out that little vial of sandalwood.
Oh god, the sandalwood.
And they're gonna be like, I haven't tested it yet, but I think something strong like sense could help bring Mads back if Smash is the one taking over.
Smelling salts.
Should I hang on to that then? And I'm gonna like look at the label and be like, sandalwood does it for you, huh?
I'm just gonna glare at you and put it in your hand.
I'm sorry, Hi People, all I can think of is that now every time that Smaz is coming out, Larry's gonna just be like
Out of the shadows, ninja, smelling.
No, just like
spritz.
Like the essential oils mom who's just like, let me just rub, this'll make you feel better, and just like like random oils on you, and you're just like, smell
Like, you know how when a kid's sick and you put like Vicks vapor rub on the
Vicks
chest
vapor rub.
and the soles of the feet and like maybe on
then you
the
put the
top
sock
lip,
on.
like under the nose.
Yeah. You put it on underneath the nose, you put it on the throat and the chest, and then you stick it on the bottom of the feet, and then you put a sock on the foot.
Yep.
Yep.
So I just whip out the sandalwood and I'm like,
Does
"Give me a
Pyre,
baby."
does Pyre know what a sock is? Does Mads know what a sock is?
No,
Nope.
not even once.
I'm glad
Mads
we have
probably
covered
not.
this. Good job.
Pyre technically wears shoes.
I thought she was barefoot. That was the whole bit. Like, Toph.
Oh, Matt's was. Maybe I am. I don't remember.
I think we both are.
That's how we
I
got
think
the
you're
burning
both
feet.
barefoot wonders, and I'm just chilling.
Oh yeah, because she has like a.
Isn't it in your
I
lore
re-
you
I
hate
think-
shoes?
Yeah, I think I had it where it was like instead of like shoes, it was like that fake shoe bullshit. So it kind of looks like
Looks
she
like
has
a shoe.
on, but it's not a shoe.
Oh yeah, but the bottoms are busted out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
literally
Toph
like
shoe.
Toph.
Wrapping. It's like a wrapping or whatever that's like on her foot, but like
Yeah,
it still allows her to
you're
wiggle
right.
her toes in the dirt.
You're right. That's exactly what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, Pyre doesn't really like things like fully covering her feet because then she can't touch grass.
Literal.
Literally.
Yep. Anyway, so there's this, and then I'll just look at Mads. Is there anything else? What about that flower you were always carrying around?
I hate it. Burn it. We're just gonna.
Dude, what is
Um,
everybody's? Okay, Pyre, what's your passive insight?
My passive
15.
insight?
Still good enough. Because as you go burn it, you just see Joe having started to reach into his little like shirt. He puts his hand down.
Aww.
Do I notice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sure do.
I'm gonna deep sigh and just, Joe, don't actually burn it. I just don't want to see it.
Okay.
Thank
You
for
got
burning
it. You're welcome.
Now, can we
It's
talk about somebody else now?
Pyre's gonna shoot him and be like, Mads, look what I got! Look what I found! And then like dump the balls on the ground.
oh
And
god.
then just be like, I think this one turns into a bear. I think this one turns
If-
into a lion.
if
I think
you've
this one turns
released
into an
them-
owl."
To the floor, that would activate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, if you pull them out of the
Roll
bag,
three.
they activate. So if you want to roll for it, have at. I think this will be great.
What do I roll again? What is it?
They're
D8.
D8s.
Alright, we get here's the one.
I'm pulling up the bag of
4
tricks
is a
right now.
goat. 3 is a mastiff. And a 6 is a giant boar. Literally no overlap whatsoever. So as you're like, this is a bear, this is a lion, and this is an owl, and they turn into not that.
Pyre's just going to be very confused and just be like, okay, that didn't happen last time. That. Pyre's gonna like shake the bag and like look in the bag and be like, were there more balls than I thought there were? Thinking that each one is a different animal. But anyways, I have more friends.
I'm working on it. We're getting there. I gotta go get all their character sheets here.
I see. You've made quite a many
I found-
friends since I've last been around.
I found a funny bag and there's these funny fluffy balls in it. Last time though they turned into a bear, a lion, and an owl. And
I
guess
can
they don't
confirm
always-
that's what they were.
they don't always, I guess, turn into. I don't know. They're new, but they just chill unless I tell them to do something. You want to cuddle a goat?
You know, I'm good for now. I'll stay goatless.
That's gonna make me start blaspheming, because you know how they just go blank.
Blah.
Blank. Blank. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, Pyrie, new balls, turn into stuff. Yep.
Also, we're pregnant.
Right.
Yeah, you did mention
know,
that when you came
But
to my
it's
office.
still weird that it happened twice, and now I'm confused.
If I had a nickel
Plant the
for
seeds.
every
I wanna know
person
what
that knocked up
happens.
my wife before me.
Would you say they climbed the tree?
What I was saying, okay, well, please
I'm
plant
aware
the
of.
trees. I want to go and plant the trees. I want to know what happens. Meaning, I want to go to Eternia and look at the funny seeds and see what, yeah.
This feels like a good time to mention that the lady not Araltha, it starts with an A. Fuck.
Alondra.
The goddess Alondra. Thank you.
You were so close. You were right
I
there.
kept thinking Agatha, and I'm like, that's not right.
So true. Fucking Agatha, what a bitch.
Fucking Agatha. Alondra was very upset when Smudge mentioned that we were bringing the seedlings to Eternia. She said that we mustn't do that, and that the Nuanti are going to use them for their own stuff. I forget what they do. They do things though.
So we skin more lizard people first.
I think there's a lot of lizard people over there.
Well, that's
Can
hard.
more lizard people start a thriving business on exporting snake skin? And Pyrie's just gonna kind of have like this stupid ass smile and just like give a thumbs up. We like solved all of our problems in one go.
You're doing great, buddy.
The Mastiff
Just
makes its
mistake.
way over to Mads. It sort of just plops down on the couch and lays on Mads.
That's
Am I squished?
hilarious.
A little bit, yeah.
Yes,
It's
you
bigger
are
than you.
So much
Mastiff-
smaller than that damn dog, dude. Mastiffs are
Mastiffs
huge.
massive.
You're gone.
It's like
I don't know if
it
you've ever
lays
seen a
its head on you,
massive chow
but
mix. They're huge and fluffy though, and they're so
I've
The
never
head
seen-
is the size of your torso.
Yeah,
my man.
Okay, so,
So
I
you're-
imagine I am kind of squirming trying to get out. Like, oh my god, I'm being crushed by a giant.
give you a strength saving throw. Unbelievable.
That's super unfortunate.
Oh
Now's the
my
time for your
God.
nat 20. Oh.
So the Mastiff rolled a 20 and Mads rolled a 4. Mads, you are buried under the head and upper shoulders of the Mastiff. You do kind of wiggle to a point where you can breathe and you're comfortable, but you're not moving.
Because I can read people, I can probably tell that they're uncomfortable because they were like, oh god, help. I'm just gonna whistle and like try and call the dog over to sit next to me and Az on the couch. We'll see.
It runs, like, gets up, makes its way over, and like tries to wiggle its way in between you two. It won't let me put it
Oh my God,
between you
it
two, but it is between you two.
Yes!
But it's
Big
that
lap
uncomfortable.
dog puppy!
It's that uncomfortable, like, this is a 2-person couch, which has, like, 3 persons on it now.
True, but let me tell you how false you are. Small anecdote. My mom's dogs. They're a good medium size, like, pit mix. And so they're like and they think they're lap dogs too, and literally even on an individual chair, like a lazy boy recliner type chair, they will get up and sit with you. That is, it doesn't matter how many people go on that couch, there is always room for dog.
That's fair. That's fair.
Always room for dog. I stand by that. Anyway, gonna go over. So, yeah, I'm in love. Big fan of a puppy and just crush. Anyway,
So puppy made its way while I derailed you guys on purpose, honestly.
It was amazing.
You were talking about the seeds going to Eternia.
Pyrie solved all the issues and I was about to address it. Okay. Pyrie, if we can't pick a fight and win against the COC, we probably can't skin. As much as I would be down for that, we probably cannot kill and skin every Yuan-Ti on that island. That is probably unrealistic. I know we wanted to do that. I know that was the goal. Having now lived through a war, I think we might have been foolish. I don't.
Are you snuggling on the giant boar and just like laying? I'm assuming this thing is huge, right?
It's
it a
considered a large creature. Yes, it is enormous.
Fantastic. Pyrie has like sprawled herself and like haphazardly climbed on top of this giant boar and is like doing gigantic big full body hug on top of this boar, just like snuggling the shit out of it, and then just being like, turns and looks at Larry and just like, but what if we throw a pickle at them? Mr. Pickles was gonna probably, he seems to be tagging along a lot. He could, I'm sure he would like to kill them. Probably. He likes dead things.
Yeah. Because apparently he's a lich. Should we really be feeding him more?
He's a what?
Pyre's gonna be like, I don't know what that is, but you probably should not lick him.
Head and hands, both literally IRL and also Liari in game.
Yep. So, we've gotten here now.
Basically, if it's true, and this is based off of what Morkella said, it explains why he's so obsessed with dead people and dead serving the living. He literally probably just wants an army of the undead. He already has one. We've already seen it. He used it in the war. Apparently he's been tilling the fields. I don't know what he's gonna do with it, but should we really just give him more? It's not like there's a lack of dead people in the ground. Like, where there is living beings, there are dead people, but I don't know. He's an option, I guess.
He seems very interested in New Eternia in a way that I don't find comforting.
Yeah, Where is he, by the way, Pyrie? Like, I don't know, he was very interested in you.
Yeah, I don't know, I gave him Pike and then they went off and did stuff and then they've been helping with the fields and then he just kind of shows up and then I ask him questions about how babies are made.
I'm just gonna like blink and be like, Pike is alive?
Yeah, I kept him.
You kept him?
Yep.
For why?
I thought it would distract Pickles from annoying me all the time. Kind of worked.
I'm just gonna look bewildered at Liara. Like, what do I say?
He's been helping with the fields and stuff. Too. Community service, I think is what people call it.
And you don't think he's going to come back and try and finish the job? Last
Nope.
I checked, they were trying to kill us all.
Pretty sure if he tried to do anything, Pickles would kill him. Instantly. Probably.
I'm just gonna sit there and think about it, and I hate it, but it has been weeks and nothing has happened that I'm aware of. So, in Liari's mind, she's like, I don't like this at all. So I think I'm just gonna say it out loud to Pyrie. I'm glad it seems to be working, but if I ever see him again, I will kill him.
I was just gonna kind of look at Larry and just like shrug.
It's the most
Not you keeping him
nonchalant
'cause you
shit.
liked him and you don't give a fuck about what I just said.
High
That's
table.
hilarious.
That's hilarious. I just saw the meme
Oh my
on
god,
screen.
Blade. Oh my god, Blade. Oh my god.
High table though, Pyrie just shrugs because she knows that in the event that like something were to happen to Pike, or like if Larry tried to do anything to Pike, Pyrie could just call it and either have Pike just disappear or other things. That would unfortunately be the end. Certain party members, depending on how much she grows attached to Pike.
Bro, okay, fine.
He's a
Anyway.
pet though. He's a pet though. He's there to help Mr. Pickles and mildly distract him so he's not in my ass all the time.
Okay, I don't know.
I wouldn't say
What did
Mads
Mads...
feels better after that conversation, but you know, it's something.
Well, I was gonna say, Mads doesn't have to say anything in response to that, but I am kind of curious how they feel about the whole...
Mads does not like Pike being alive, but Mads did know that Pike was alive because we did see them when we saw Regulus. But I didn't realize that you knew that. And we're a part of it.
Interesting.
I'm more surprised that nobody noticed.
I haven't left the house until yesterday.
Harry's gonna be like, this happened like the day of the whole thing. The like
Yeah, I stabbed him to
slaughter,
death.
like. No, you didn't. Clearly didn't die.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly things don't stay dead around here very long, and that's just in reference to a lot of shit because Pyrie has the damn pig, and then obviously Aziria's back, and then like I'm sitting here like I don't even know what death is anymore, and fuck it, maybe feeding Regulus more dead things isn't even the end of the world. I don't know. I'm just sitting here like what is even happening anymore?
Speaking of Pyrie's, whilst snuggling on the giant boar and stuff, it's just gonna be like. She's just gonna perk up and she's gonna like, I'm just gonna name this one Ham.
Ham and ham bone.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Not even Big Ham.
I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. Anyway.
Okay, there was a natural segue somewhere, and then it went somewhere else, and I'm trying to think. Was there anything else that happened for you, Kyrie, since? Whoa. Oh boy, this family gathering is...
Where's the goat, by the way?
I'm getting there. I'm goating there.
So curious.
The goat is just munching.
The
on
goat has
all
just
his
been wandering
fucking
around the room,
fungus.
eating random objects. It's mostly the foliage from like a lot of the plants. There's some books that have just been, you know.
Not the books. Not the literature. We respect books in this house.
Whoop, whoop.
Open
God.
lemon style.
I tried to break the whole stream moving stuff around. Whoops.
Oh boy. But yeah, Pyrie, is there anything else to bring to the table before we... Obviously you have this new bag of random animals, and apparently Regulus has been very active, and Pike is alive.
Pyrie's gonna sit there and just like concentrate on thinking while staring directly at Larry. Because she doesn't remember. Just Pyrie staring intensifies.
As Pyrie stare intensifies, you do start to hear some rain as the storm that was approaching finally does kind of get overhead and start raining down on the town, and it sort of patters on the rooftop as you guys continue your conversation.
You and your melodramatic rain showers whenever the group has drama.
And you don't like it?
No, I'm just it's pretty peak. It's like when you're watching anime and you see rain and you know something bad's about to happen. You're like, no,
Something sad's about to happen.
Anyway,
Pyrie staring intensifies of just the, you know, the funny stupid gif where it's math and lady thinking. It's like that, but like her eyebrows are furrowed and she's just intensely staring at Larry, trying to think of just like what happened when they weren't there, because I don't remember.
and we are very familiar with this look at this point.
Yeah, I feel like this is like pretty on point for Pyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I made the fields all you know, I did the thing. Big fruit, big veggies. That's it, I got nothing.
Okay, well,
At
it's probably a good thing. Thank you, Pyrie. It's not nearly as worrisome as some of the other things. If anything, that's a very good thing. There's food. Okay.
Everybody sits
I
and
guess it's
stares.
You know, I guess we're getting to the part where we talk about Eternia, because this is the next big piece, because Pyrie wants to go and plant the seeds, and that kind of brings us to our news. And I'm going to kind of look at Az, and I'm going to look at the group, and I'm going to say, I know we all kind of work together to rescue her. But guys, this is Azaria. She's really important to me, and she's going to be with us from now on. as this is Mads and Joe and Morkella and Pyrie.
Joe's gonna like do a little wave.
Yep, they had their little walkie moment. I kind of gave her some of the background on the party, so I'm sure none of this is surprising, but it just kind of is that. So I'm gonna keep going and say, well, we know that we're supposed to protect Azyria because of that moment that Az and Mads shared a while back. We know she's important. And now we know that your goddess or not goddess doesn't want her to go to Eternia or the seeds.
Both,
and
really.
We think we know why. Because I think it was Morkella that was spewing the history of the use of dryads as a magical battery, so I think we know that part.
Morkella did tell you that, so yes.
Yeah, so I don't know what your goddess told you, but Morkella was telling us that there used to be a lot of dryads on Eternia, and that's where they lived, and then people were using them as like a magical battery of sorts to power their cities, and it all kind of went wrong, and that's when the shattering happened, and now there's no more dryads. But now we have these seeds, which might be babies. And I don't know, they probably need to grow on Eternia, so we do need to go, but I'm worried. Obviously, the Yuan-Ti are there, and they obviously wanted Az, and that's probably what they were trying to do. And we can't just walk into their hands and offer her up on a silver platter, but we need to figure this out. So I don't know, I guess that's the... And we're feeling this pull. We're feeling this pull from Eternia. And I don't... It's like we're supposed to go there, or something's trying to get us to go there, but we don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know. Thoughts? Anybody?
You just hear in the background a...
Yep.
I can't say I have the same pull. In fact, if anything, I feel like I have more of a resistance to go. But I need to go. I need to know what's there, and I need to find Alondra.
Okay. Joe, how do you feel? You've been here the whole time.
Joe has started and stopped. Like, started to maybe speak and then found himself stopping a few times, which has been noticed, but like, you guys have had a lot to talk about, so it's okay. But when directly asked, Joe takes a second before sort of looking at the whole of the group. Well, I would like to come with you guys and do whatever we need to do, because this seems really important. This seems like... Do you know when you hear the really famous bards tell a story about a group of people and they go do something incredible? I think there's something that you three are doing, and I don't know what it is yet, but it seems really important. And I bet you guys will be a song one day. And I'd like to be there to see it. But I do have a request. And he's gonna look between everybody, but primarily you three. when this is all done, and whatever we need to do is finished, I would love for you guys to come back to my home where my family is and meet everybody all together.
Mads is gonna maybe like tear up a little, but like kind of like not shrug it off, like try not to look like they're crying. And just, I would like that very much.
Yeah, I think that really meant a lot to Liari too, and I'm just gonna say, oh, Joseph. Yeah, honestly, that sounds really nice. I think after all of this, we could use a vacation. And that sounds perfect.
Joe smiles and looks from Mads to Liari and then leans over to look at Pyrie. A little bitty pops up over Joe's shoulder and kind of just wiggles around like a.
Pyrie's gonna intense, tries not to be teary, and then just. She's on top of the board, but she's just gonna like face dive off of it and hug tackle Joe.
Oh.
Don't whoops.
And one of your foot like swings and hits Markel in the face. Whoops. Oh, Blake.
Mortella does manage to lean backwards enough, and the mushrooms just sort of wiggle as she leans back as Pyrie flings off of the giant boar, or off a ham, and then crashes into Joe in a big hug. Well, I'm
even talked about.
As he kind of catches himself, I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited for you guys to meet everybody, and after all this is done, I might. He's gonna start to get a little shy. I might propose to my girlfriend back home.
I really can't even remember if he's even mentioned his girlfriend to the party at this
One
point,
time.
but I really want to pretend like I'm super shocked. I'm like, one time it was mentioned, fair enough. I could just be like, oh, Joseph. Oh, okay. That's huge, bud. And I'm gonna like clap him on the shoulder and be like, wow. How have you even been like keeping in contact with her?
I haven't. But well, it's been pretty hard to do anything the last couple of months. Because I mean, I went to Silversong and I finally got my dream job there and became a really important guard. And well, you guys taught me that that's not necessarily. I wanted to be a good guy, but just being a guard doesn't necessarily make me a good guy. So, if I can travel and help people, that's better. I can do more good. And when I get back, I'll tell my family and I'll tell Bo all about these crazy adventures.
We'll make sure we get you back to her, and then I'll just like give him.
Fire's gonna.
Determination.
Pirate's gonna be like, don't people do that? Like, they. Why don't you write to her?
Well, it's hard to write. I'm not good at writing.
Larry!
Yeah, bud. We can help you out.
Okay.
And then we can send someone to like hand deliver it, cause you know, make sure it gets there.
Really?
Mads, can we abuse your mayoral powers?
You got one day, but yeah.
Cool. We're writing it today. And by we, I mean Larry, and because I can't really write.
Wait, you can't write either?
I mean, like, I can, like, write letters, like, write the, I'm not good at it.
But you're good at other things, though.
Yeah, I don't exactly need to, you know, write letters to talk to plants or animals.
That's fair. They
So-
don't write.
Exactly.
Well, okay, we can do that later, when we're not talking about such serious stuff. But thanks everybody.
Sure, bud.
Just give
It's
him
important.
a warm smile. Kind of sad too, because that means he's leaving us. Ugh.
Yes,
Eventually.
huh? Why has he always been the glue of the party? Like, we're all just kind of having this really tense conversation. He's like, I don't know, guys. I think after this, we should go home and you can meet my family, and I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend, and we're immediately just like, yes!
But also, no!
Just the DM out here knowing how to forcibly make everyone be a team. Use the NPC you all adopted.
Yeah. It's the one thing we all agree on wholeheartedly. Okay. We'll definitely write that letter for you afterwards. Did anything else happen in these last weeks for you, Joseph, that we need to be aware of? If you made any sudden enemies or brought anyone back from the dead?
You asking Joe or the group?
Yes!
Wow.
I'm gonna look at more Kalinets. They're not escaping this line of questioning. It all needs to be on the floor.
Alright, well, that's gonna be obvious to everybody.
Oh my god.
Nope. Don't everything else has been really great, and I'm really happy everybody's back together.
Joseph, why are you lying? What
Larry's gonna
happened?
squish his face and just be like, 'cause she's like next to him now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just gonna be like, claps hands on side of face and be like, what happened?
This is really hard on my face, Pyrie. Could you let me go?
Pyre will ease up on it, but is still like awkwardly holding his head, just gently.
Well, the last couple of weeks, I've seen Pyrie a little bit. But Liara, you and Miss Azeria have been kind of locked in your room, and I didn't want to interrupt anything that might have been going on, and it's nice to reconnect with someone you love, and I get that. And then Mads has been kind of gone. I haven't seen Mads since the other day when I showed not Mads the flower. So I've just been spending a lot of time on my own. A little bit with Pyre, and it's been really nice. But like sometimes when I sleep, I feel like there's been some not great visions in my head. Like there's people, and they are horrible looking, and it's very scary.
Pyre's going to look at him confused and then look at Larry and Mads and with a very concerned and confused expression on her face of just like, the fuck?
Like,
What kind of visions were you having? Did you wake up cold by chance?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like a cold sweat. Why?
I'm just gonna look at the party and just try to convey Santa Claus through my eyes.
like. Oh no. Okay. Can Joseph be any more specific? I guess I'll ask him. Like, can you be any more specific about, like, did they feel like dreams or visions? When it happened, did you feel a pull? Liari's almost like, because Liari's been having weird dreams too.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just gonna be like, are you feeling a pull towards Eternia? I'm going through the list of things. Like, what is happening?
You list all these things.
Yep.
And Joe just shakes his head. And he is fidgeting with his hands now. No, it's sometimes when I go to sleep, and I don't really like to sleep a lot lately. But when I sleep, I see a big door. And
like the one from the North Pole.
No, I could still make that door. If you want, but no, it's different. It's a different door. It's pretty scary looking, actually. And I almost opened it one time, or dreamt I almost opened it.
What does the door look like?
Yeah, I was gonna say, either of you two could you.
Like, is it like a regular door, or is it like a, I don't know, like ornate? Does it have funny writing? What kind of door?
It's like a really old wooden looking door, and it's really pretty. It's got good carving on the sides, like you can tell it's like a really well worked door. And it looks really sturdy. And I looked at it in one of these dreams, and I was gonna open it because the door's the only thing there. Otherwise, it's just dark. But then.
Could you draw a picture of the door?
Yeah, I can draw. So he's gonna draw a picture. He draws a depiction of a really ornate-looking, gorgeously carved wooden door, darkish wood, surrounded by a complete black space. The handle is kind of a swoopy handle with a little like thumb tab on it. The handle itself seems to be made of some sort of like iron or lead or something like that. He continues as he's drawing it. So I went up to the door one night and was gonna open it, and I just felt like I shouldn't, so I didn't. And then something started banging and trying to force its way in. but
Was
it
it
did.
talking to you? Did you understand it?
There was some sort of like low grumble, but I couldn't understand it. But I don't know. It's just a funny dream, guys. It's probably nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I'm still somehow concerned.
Okay, can I ask High Table, do you two really not remember, or is this just part of y'all doing your...
I feel like I remember something about
This is explicitly the
Because-
same door that you two saw in your dreams.
I
Yeah,
was
I
literally
was gonna
going to
say-
say, because when you all looked through that book in the North Pole, that's the only reason why I was the only one that didn't get this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But you opened the book and, like, it was doing stuff to you guys. You both got, like, the dream door thing happening. Pyrie said, fuck off. And I guess it was never a problem again. You opened the door and died, but I think Alondra fucking saved you, and that's why she turned red.
Yeah.
Because it, like, zapped her of all her strength or whatever the fuck happened there.
Hmm.
So I was just making sure, because, like, y'all can roleplay it out however you want, but I couldn't tell if y'all literally couldn't remember.
No, I can remember.
I vaguely remember telling something to fuck off.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Well, that's a little too intense for what I'm going for here. We'll just go back.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I'm like, no, that's like too intense. We're going back. Going back to the soft, scary stuff.
Yeah, it is soft and scary. I'm just gonna, like... Because Liari knows nothing about this, but y'all have had, like, a really interesting line of questioning. But I'm just gonna say, I don't think you should brush it off, Joe.
But it's just a dream. It's not anything real.
I don't know. I've been having a lot of dreams that have been really realistic, and it wouldn't be the first time that we've gotten visions of things. If you got a bad feeling about opening the door, whatever you do, do not open that door.
Yeah, door bad.
Okay, I won't open the door, guys. Do you guys know what the door is then?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna shake my head.
Hmm.
Creepy door, creepy feeling, no light.
Okay, I'll not open the door.
Until we can figure out what it is. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah, I think it's best to just not open the door for now.
Okay, but that's the only real major things happening to me. Otherwise, it's been kind of nice to have a break. We've been taking a lot of time on the road and doing crazy stuff, and then you guys went to Stoneguard without me, and I came anyway. But we have been doing a great job as a team.
That's true.
Yes, I would agree. We did really well.
All things considered.
Things did go pretty
Could have been a
well.
lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
But you said you haven't been sleeping. I'm gonna look over at Morkella because she's kind of our person, and I'm just gonna get... Is there anything that you can give Joseph that would help him sleep, but not put him in danger of the door?
Oh. Her hand has already kind of gone up, aimed at Joseph. And then you finish your sentence with that won't put him in danger of the door. Just,
Oh, okay.
okay. I'll just, I'll not open the door, guys. Okay.
Okay.
But it's just the dream. It's not anything real.
Yeah, door bad.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, well, I do not necessarily have the means to protect someone from something in their sleep. I will consider what I have at my disposal.
Okay, thank you. That's... I can't believe you were gonna have her shoot our son. Also, High Table, I would have been so mad if you had him sniped by the door while we didn't even know it was happening.
He rolled for
I would
that.
have cried. I know. I would have cried.
He just thought better of it. It wasn't like a high possibility necessarily, but like it was a possibility that he would open the door. He could have rolled a 1. He rolled a 1 just now.
Yeah. He has a history of not doing well, which is why we adopted him, because he was gonna die in the wild.
He was gonna die. Yeah, when you put it like that.
Okay, so Joseph, I need to like keep reminding myself of all the issues that have been brought up. So it's like my autism list, but verbally. So Tarvalo-ish, twins, very high. Smadge is gonna be a constant thing. Regulus, and by way of Pike. The animal balls aren't really an issue, they're just a ha-ha funny. Joseph Doordream. And then obviously all the shit with Eternia that's pretty bad in general. But we're just gonna lump that all into Eternia. We're just gonna look at Morkella and be like, okay, Morkella. Did you make any enemies in the last 4 weeks that we need to be aware of?
Morkella will
did
just...
anything bad happen?
Morkella will just kind of turn to you. The mushrooms will sort of wiggle as she faces you. I do not maintain enemies. They are all dead.
I'm just gonna blink at her, just like, huh? And I thought
Fire's gonna
Smadge was
perk up.
bad.
Fire's gonna perk up and be like, did you eat anyone interesting?
I try not to eat people, as it makes those that remain uncomfortable.
Oh my god.
Fire's a little sad now.
Okay. So nothing interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna question that further. That was fucking that I'm just like, yep. This is the group. This is the group we are. Now Azeria has heard all of this. It's not like I wasn't checking in with her. I would very much like to extra check in with her now, just to see how she's taking all of this in.
You guys all have a high enough insight. Azeria's just been taking it in. This is a lot of information. And just the interactions, because this is the first time Eteria has actually seen you guys interact together. Well, not the first time, but the first time in a we're probably gonna die, or we're going into insane combat, or we're stealthily trying to get through a tower of Yuan to, this is the first calm opportunity she's had to observe you guys as a whole. With your guys' passive insight, it looks like she's a little... I'm trying to think of the right word for this.
Weirded out?
Yeah, but like not in an intense way, just sort of a like, this is a weird ass group of people.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, and it's
We think that every week.
the squinty eyebrow raise, and she's gonna kind of look at you, Liari. She's gonna kind of look a little bit between everybody else. how did you all become a group?
Pyre's gonna be like, the plants!
I'm gonna look at her, just deadpan, just... You know, I don't think any of us actually know the answer to that.
Fair enough.
Honestly,
This is where Pyre's actually gonna pipe up and just be like, you know, I was trying to get information about plants from this guy, Elias, and then everybody else kind of showed up looking for their own stuff and was there, but I was just interested in the plants, and then there were some guys that tried to beat someone up. They beat up the plant guy, and then we kind of helped him, and then it just kind of, yeah, from there, the plants, plant guy.
Did you get really into plants in the last, like, 60 or 70 years, Liari?
I mean, that's funny because she's never been opposed. She does like nature.
Yeah.
But
I don't think this is a judgment thing. This is just more of a, like, she's trying to put it together.
I know. By way of answering, I'm more so just like narrating, I guess, for chat, for the larger picture of Liari is never been opposed to nature, very much likes nature. But to the level that these people are, no. So she just kind of look at Azira and be like, there's still only one flower that's the most important to me, but I was there for a different reason. I'll kind of explain the history, but I'll go over it again because it's been a year and a half since we played that. Which was a good memory on Pyre's part for remembering that.
Actually, yeah. It's always the plants with Pyre. Gotta make that into a sticker.
So, Elias, I was meeting up with Elias because he was a part of the Freehold Rebellion and his shop was one of the safe houses. So I was meeting up with him for a different reason, to try and deal with the slavery issue in the area at the time, as while I was looking for you. And yeah, they were in the shop for various reasons, but because he ran a botany shop, it was very plants. Pyre loves plants. Mads was looking for answers about a flower that apparently we're going to be burning later, so that doesn't matter. But yes, I think we can say we're together because the plants, but honestly, all of that seems so absurd that it almost feels like we were meant to come together, because look how intertwined our fates have been since, and we all need to end up at Eternia anyway. Like, I can't even imagine having to deal with any of this if we weren't a team.
Mads will nod to that.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Well, it seems like you all have developed some way of being a cohesive unit, which is really impressive. And I know we sort of had an introduction, but let's make it official. And she's gonna stand up. She's gonna step over towards, we'll start with Morkella. She's gonna step up to Morkella and hold her hand out. I am Aziria. And Morkella will look up. The mushrooms do a little wiggle as they do. I am Morkella. A pleasure, I'm sure. And shakes hand. And Aziria just kind of stares a little funny because Morkella always talks in monotone, and it's not something that she's inherently used to yet, but very funny. Just gonna take a step over to Pyre. Hand out. A pleasure to meet you, officially, Pyre.
Fire's just gonna kind of look at her and be like, hi? Again.
I wanted to make sure to thank you for bringing me back.
Well, if I didn't, that one would have gone absolutely crazy.
Indeed. And she'll smile at you. She'll move over to Joe. Joe, I have heard about you. And it's a pleasure to meet you as well. As to take his hand in like both of hers and just kind of do the soft shake in Joe's. Oh, yeah. You seem really important to Liari, so welcome to the group. And Azaria will just sort of smile and then take a step over towards Mads. And there's...
Mads is going to be very hesitant to touch Azaria again.
Oh,
Azaria is
no,
also
you
hesitant.
sucked into it, Michael.
Azaria is also very hesitant to touch Mads, but you can kind of see there's a moment of like the hand going out a little bit, and she just kind of takes a second, holds her hand out. A pleasure to meet you officially, Mads, under better circumstances.
I will hold out my hand very, very carefully. Give it a shake, I suppose.
As you two clasp hands, nothing happens, and shakes your hand.
Dang,
She
alright.
seems very relieved, and then smiles at you, Liari. Makes her way towards her seat. Well, it sounds a lot like this group as a whole will be going to Eternia. When would you all like to go?
Kind of
I
sounds
can-
like we might need to run from the twins. When are they coming?
I need at least one day to work things out with Araltha, so she has a way of knowing what to do. So, probably after tomorrow, day after?
I need to get more snacks.
That's true. I had some things that I wanted to do around the area anyway, so
Well, not to burst anyone's bubble, but we would also need to charter a ship.
I
Unless
can
we
arrange
have...
that.
Wonderful.
I imagine Mads has some sort of connections to doing that.
I mean, Mads is mayor, so mayors can do whatever they want, right?
That's right.
So true.
And then
Actually.
arrange a ship, gather any supplies and things we might need, seeing as I doubt there will be anything available to us there that won't be hard taken. If it's an entire island of these yuan tea and who knows what else.
yeah, I was going to bring that up as well to see if it would be safer if we go as just our party in a small group and try to stay hidden. Or do we try and bring an army and deal with the snake? We just had a war. I don't know if we can pick up and just go again. I don't know how that works.
I feel like stealth would be the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
We won't have any backup. Well, Regulus was our nuclear option, I guess. But I don't know.
Regulus
We
is...
need-
is the lich?
Yes.
You know what a lich is. Hold on.
That's a good point
That is
there.
a great
Because you
question.
basically set the baseline of everyone's more or less heard of them as like a fairy tale, not real. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so hot.
I was very impressed with
she's
these
gonna hit
rolls.
him.
To be clear, this is your friend?
I wouldn't say they're our friends. We're like a shared acquaintance.
I thought Pyrie said that they were a friend and they had... Well, they had one of that woman's allies with them. Is that correct? I don't know his name. It's referring to... Hmm. All right.
Yeah, he has a very unique vested interest in Pyrie that we've been using to our benefit so far. I wouldn't say we can trust him, but I would say that he needs Pyrie, and therefore we can potentially use that.
What would a lich need? Well, excuse me for my bluntness, but what would an all-powerful lich need a druid of any sort for?
I don't know if Pyrie wants to answer that.
Say that again.
Why does this lich care so much about you?
He taught me necromancy things when I was little. Also, and then Pyrie's just gonna hold up Hambone like a cat, just like you know when you like scoop cat by the armpits, just dangle it.
It's covered in leaves, so Aziria will kind of look at it. Is that dead?
Maybe.
And you said this lich taught you necromancy as a child?
Yep.
She's gonna kind of turn and like slowly pan across the rest of the party. With like eyes that are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a lot of unique abilities mixed amongst us. But mainly, I think Regulus mentioned that he needs Pyrie to get to some kind of staff that's locked in a temple on Eternia or something like that. And I don't think he should get that staff. I think that's a bad idea. But because he said Pyrie is the only one that can open the door, and we've seen that because Pyrie opened a different temple, he does need Pyrie specific. Yes, when he almost killed us all. But that being said, because Pyrie is the only one, there's something special about her, and he needs her. We've been able to use that so far.
And what happens when he no longer needs Pyre?
That sure is why we're not gonna open the door, huh? Because I don't want him to get the staff. I don't know what he's gonna do with it. And I don't know. I don't want to find out what happens when he no longer needs Pyre.
This is why we don't like doors.
Huh?
Party's just gonna be like, this is why we don't like doors.
So true. We're becoming
Upset
door phobic, snake phobic. We're just doors are bad. Doors are bad. We hate doors.
You hate doors, you hate snakes, you hate towers. Oh wait, that's me.
Yeah, something like that.
Very well.
Yep.
Then I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. He's in the background.
Dude, the fucking zoo that we have become.
I know. It's actually funny. I need to make a little bitty icon or just attach it to Joe or Pyre somehow. Anyway. So, Azaria will continue. Why don't I suggest we leave in 3 days? That will give Mads time to pass mayorship and charter a ship for 2 days from then, and give us 2 whole days to gather any and all supplies that we might need.
Do we have 3 days? Looks at Mads.
We might. It really depends on when they want to return. They did say that we had a few days, but who knows? They might be so upset with me that they'd come a day early. Because they're just that awful.
Should we just prepare to set a trap for them? Would that be easier? Can we just we can't kill them, but can we I don't know, throw them in jail? Do they have diplomatic immunity? You're the mayor. You were, I don't know. Maybe we can convince Araltha to do it.
I highly doubt Araltha's gonna do that willingly. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm okay with setting some sort of trap, but they're very intelligent.
They are?
They're intelligent enough.
Morkella's gonna chime in with a... Did you not mention that you were pulling a fast one on them with their subordinate?
They are not aware of that, no. They did find out about us giving them a cloned version of the amulet. So they were smart enough to figure that out, so I would assume they would eventually figure out what we're up to. I don't even know if we really even need them, the subordinate. If we're leaving, I doubt they want to come with us. Or maybe they do.
And we still don't know what to do when you're smashed. Do we tie you up? I don't even remember. What if I have the sandalwood? What if the sandalwood doesn't work?
But I don't know. Just put me somewhere where I won't hurt anyone, and won't hurt you, and I'll come back in the morning, hopefully.
I have permission to knock you out. I don't want to hurt you, but
It's just don't think of it as me. Think of it as someone else.
what if they're volatile? Okay, but if Smadge dies, he would die, right? So we can't.
So don't kill me. Just knock me out or something. I'm sure Pyre's got some sort of spell to trap me to where I am or something.
Well, Morkella was about to do something to Joe. Morkella, can you knock Mads out when it's Smadge?
I might be able to procure some sort of magical way to contain this smadge. I will spend my time the next day or two pursuing that.
Wonderful.
Because Smadge has been hearing all of this, so I can't imagine they're happy. I imagine they're pissed.
I'm just gonna look at you like, probably.
You can't hear them?
Just very slightly. It's like even when all of the sounds are gone and the lights are off, I still can only just feel their essence.
Gross.
Because we can't, no matter what, we can't let Smudge out of our sight because they know everything.
They know that we know that they know.
Yes. And that's a problem.
Azaria is just gonna stand up for a second and just hand on like bridge of nose, that little squeeze. This is a lot. I could use a drink.
I mean, she's
Oh,
not
well.
actually pregnant.
Lucky here. I'm gonna pull out the fancy wine and my vodka and let us have a toast to being really screwed.
Here, here.
Yeah, alright. I'll get in on it. 'Tis the way. Here we go.
Pick your poison.
Cheers.
Azaria will grab the wine.
I'll drink the wine as well if I'm opening it.
Okay. So, Mads and Azaria have individual bottles of wine, or are you splitting one? What's Mads is wine,
I
so
imagine I
It's like
imagine I just
a
open
pass.
one. Yeah.
okay. You pop
Chug
that
and
guy
pass.
open, take a big thing, glug glug, pass it to Azaria.
Mhm.
Azaria takes a big glug glug.
And
Pyre.
I'll reach for it.
At this
Yep.
moment, that wafting scent of that wine sort of comes over to you. It smells really familiar.
I know. No, was this the wine? Wait, was this wine from the tower? No, pause. Was this
Yeah,
wine from the
Pyre's
tower?
gonna- Pyre's just gonna
No!
be this big sniff
Die!
and be like, and just like, you know, asks if she can also have a glass of it / see the bottle, and it's just like sniffing, and then like takes a little sip. I'm
Boy.
assuming I recognize the face.
That
I
sure
take my
do.
drink first so I can be in pain with everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. You took a nice sip of it as Pyre is sniffing the wine, which does, in fact, it smells a lot like the wines you might have gotten back home that were made from the shade fruit trees.
Pyre's gonna get really, really excited and be like, "This smells like home."
Well, maybe it came
And
from
then down the entire like cup that she poured for
Huh.
herself.
I'm gonna take my bottle back and I'm gonna hold it real close.
Does the wine have any special effects, Mr. DM? Does it do anything similar that the fruit do?
It is the fermented fruits, so I imagine it should.
Gives you the warm and fuzzies.
Because
DM noises.
yeah, I can't tell if that's you stalling for time or if you're just letting me stew it. Because for the record,
Both.
my head has been in my hands again. I have been sitting here like, oh my fucking god, it's the wine from the tower. Oh my fucking god, it's the cannibalism.
Ah, there
I've
we go.
immediately failed because if you recall,
I had
you
to.
recall,
yeah.
last session I said after all of that stuff, Liari was gonna keep Azaria away from the fruit no matter what. But I don't think I was there when you found the wine in the tower, so I'm gonna have to piece it together from the funny feeling I get if it happens, and then I'm gonna be like,
So I know that me and Sunny have discussed this. The notes that I have, I'm gonna send over because I want to verify before I continue.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting.
It's gonna be the first sentence or the first paragraph there that has the information. We talked about it doing other things too.
You said the first thing, right?
Side note, Sunny, Pyrie normally doesn't drink, right? I feel like whenever alcohol is thrown around, you opt to not or prefer juice. Is that correct?
Most of the time. Pyrie's too excited. It smells like home.
Right, so that's also going to stand out to me that you never drink and suddenly you just did. So I'm going to piece it together.
Pyrie only ever like occasionally sips something, but doesn't like shot take the whole fucking thing in one go. She's not a heavy drinker if she does drink at all.
This is literally what I have, and I know we've discussed it before. I have a whole bunch of description of the fruits themselves, but not necessarily the effects in this list here. So as a clarification,
for clarification, Mr. DM, for the first paragraph sentence thingy, it is specific to those 10 trees.
Understood. Not the ones that were not there.
It's not all of them. It's specific to those ones because of who's cultivated them.
Yes. That was more my question. Perfect.
Yeah, it's specific to those. Otherwise, because the dried fruits themselves normally, or just the fruits themselves normally have like, you know, that's why it's so important to have the good fertilizer of where it's like, if it's a good person or a very happy person who died in life, like it has better flavor. It brings you more happy, good feeling. But if it was a shit-tastic person, it's gonna taste like fucking shit. It's gonna probably taste a little rotten, or it's just gonna be overall just not very flavorful.
You have to roll for what the wine
So,
does.
that answers a number of questions for me, and that's all I really needed to know to confirm what I was going to do anyway. Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome. Happy to cause chaos.
I'm ready to suffer mentally.
Pyrie, you've had wines made. Every so often you've tried a wine made. It's usually ones that were made by like the Cult of E in Juniperville, and they were like, nah, they're all right. They're usually kind of poorly made, and you're not a big fan of alcohol. Maybe that's part of the reason. This one is not great. It has a pretty awful flavor profile for a shade fruit. Nothing like the ones that you have dried in your bag. However, it does still provide a euphoric sensation, albeit the word I am looking for is like less than normal.
Weak? Understated?
Yeah. So as you drink it, Pyrie, you recognize the euphoric sensation, or like the oxytocin boost that you get from when you have the fruits from the trees atop Mount Maiden, from your home, from where you grew up. These are obviously made from fruit that had the same kind of treatment. However, it does not taste nearly as good as a fruit. Maybe because it's alcohol, but it's kind of vinegary in that sense. Like, it is definitely a wine, and it definitely will do its job. And to the connoisseur who knows nothing of shade fruit, it's probably a nice fruity wine. To you, It does taste like home, but it's like a really bad rendition of it. But it's still like comforting in that familiar way.
Mm-hmm.
For everyone else, this is a delightful fruit wine that, as you drink it, you feel pretty freed of your inhibitions. You feel like you kind of been tied down by the normalities of civilized life. What is to stop you from taking what you want, doing what you want to do? Maybe using this group will further you, and you can go on to become famous, make money, live lavishly, be powerful, whatever it is you want. It's right there for your taking. Mads, this is a familiar feeling. You have been having this on and off for a long time, and this will be bottle 6 that you've enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna enjoy my wine.
Oh.
I was gonna make one of those, like, you know when like a cat or a dog or something like eats something that they're not quite sure of, and they just do them thing.
We
with
got
their
peanut
mouths and,
butter
like,
on the top.
Yeah, like Pirate's trying to like she tastes it, but she's just making faces to herself like this is wrong, like this doesn't taste right. And she's a little sad now because she got excited because it smelled like home. And now she's just bleh, bleh, bleh.
Pyre, you're fairly unaffected by whatever this is.
Yep, that tracks.
Are the rest of us?
The rest of you have enjoyed like a glass or a couple glugs of this wine. And in the sense where you have a drink and you feel kind of relaxed and loose, this is pretty much relaxed, loose, and a lack of caring about anyone but yourself.
Mads is gonna look at you all smiley and just, I'm so happy I came back to you guys. I missed you.
Glad to have you back. Actually, you should probably move in since we've had our talk and we kind of need to keep an eye on you and your, if Smudge is around, right? Would you be willing to move in, or?
I don't see why not. You guys already know. I don't see why not. You guys already know what you're up against, so.
Still trying to debate whether or not Pyre's interaction with the wine is enough to tip me off.
It's just a little bit of the wine. If you had a lot more, it would be pretty obvious. So take that as you will.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Pirate's gonna start rummaging around in her bag for
God.
snacks, for her fruits. And then like take a little piece of like a little hunk of the dried fruit out and just start chewing on it and just be like, that's what that's supposed to taste like.
Thank you for making it horrifically obvious for me to have a mouth.
You're welcome. She was sad. She needed to pick me up, okay?
Yeah, I know. It's so perfect for the moment, but I'm just gonna look at you and my eyes are gonna go wide and I'm gonna look at Mads and I'm going to say, where did you get that wine, Mads?
From the tower when we got the amulet. It had lots of shiny stuff in it. My veil sense said that I should take it. And it's pretty tasty.
I'm immediately going to, because I think my mind link was still going with Az from this morning because it was 8 hours, but I'm immediately going to like switch it because I haven't been using it anyway. But
Sure.
I'm going to switch it to Mads only. And I am going to say in Mads's mind, the tower of the person who used to cultivate dryads and use them as batteries. This wine.
With the realization of this, we're just gonna have the blank, oh god, what have I done stare.
And I'm just going to
mentally
say,
just be like, yeah, that's the one.
we cannot let Azeria near this wine ever again.
You're
I
gonna.
don't want her to interact with fruit. She can't drink it anymore, and we are never going to tell her.
It'll be our secret.
There's two things that are happening while you're having this quiet conversation because everybody else is just having silence and not a conversation. So firstly, Azeria has finished her glass.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty good wine. I would love
No.
another glass, Mads.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're out, and I'm going to put it in my bag.
Oh. Okay.
Separately, I'm going to grab her hand because this was going to be part of the effects that the wine had on me anyway, turning us selfish and taking what we want, is I'm immediately going to look at Az and just be like, and grab her hand and start to get up and say, you know, I think there's something better we could be doing other than drinking. Why don't you, come help me with something upstairs?
Joe, who has not drank any wine because none was offered to him. Oh, do you guys need any help?
No, that's okay, bud. This is a two-man sport.
Pyre's gonna make a face and be like, ew.
You have a girlfriend, bud. You can stay here.
Well, he did in fact get it. And immediately, like, kind of leaned back, big flushed cheeks. Oh. Yeah, He's just gonna stop talking.
And then I'm just gonna kind of like, is Azeria gonna go with me?
Yeah, she's under the same influence and has the same thought process, so if she's not getting the booze, she's getting something.
Beautiful. Before I cut the link with Mads, I'm just gonna say, you can explain it to them or not, but I'm distracting. This is, and then we're gonna cut the link. It's like, it was like a pass the puck. Like, here you go. This is your problem now. I'm taking her away.
Amazing. So, Liari and Azeria make their way up the stairs and disappear for the remainder of the evening. Let's be real. The rest of you hanging out here in the couchy area of the noble's room. The dog has taken up the Liari Azeria space. Mads, Joe, Pyrie. Well, Mads and Pyrie, what are you two doing in this moment? Pyrie, you're munching on fruit. Joe is kind of eyeballing it.
Mr. DM, I would like to take out the journal and read a page.
Holy shit.
Yes!
Holy shit! Unbelievable!
Feed me.
I don't even know what to do with myself.
Also, we didn't take a break and I really need to pee.
Yeah, no, we did not take a break. Why don't?
Can we just pause?
Yeah, why don't we take a 5-minute break, chat? Because that was a lot. And we'll start with the journal reading when we come back. But we will be back. Don't go anywhere.
Yay.
Don't miss the journal entry. Go piss girl and grab a snack and more water. See you soon.
Blink, blink.
Knuckles.
Would you consider that gardening?
Oh my god.
when does help partner with scaping and it's literal scaping.
Literally,
It's landscaping.
Landscaping. I'm pruning the hedges. Anyway.
You never know how we're
Sorry.
going to be when we come back from break or start stream, and I love that.
I hate you guys. Oh.
I think we're lovable.
Oh, I love us for sure.
I love
Oh,
us.
yeah, 100%. All right. So,
Mr. DM,
yes.
I had my funny bowl of food. You know, you've seen the picture. I know you saw the picture. And
I did,
would
yeah.
like to roll for my cape.
Roll for your cape. No capes.
Okay.
Beautiful. That's the perfect reference for this one.
Thank you.
now. I'm so happy. I'm sad because no cape, but I'm happy because no capes.
So, Liari and Azaria have gone up the stairs. Mads, did you just pull the journal out right here to read? What'd you do?
I mean, I'd probably find a nice little spot to go sit, and try to forget about the fact that I just fed her something that she didn't need from people that hurt her. So I'd probably just find like a nice dark corner that's like well lit enough for me to read, and then clock myself there.
Gotcha. All right. So you find yourself a corner. What is everybody else up to? Which would be Pyrie, really.
That's a great question. What time is it?
It would probably be... I am gonna go and say that this conversation took the vast majority of the afternoon and evening. So I'm gonna call this nighttime. Because that was a big conversation.
That was
That took like 3 hours of real time. So yeah, it's nighttime.
Well, in which case, actually, Pyrie's probably gonna play with the fucking animals. She kind of wants to see what she can get, like, them to do. And it's basically just being like, sit, roll over, paw, but like,
no, you can stack them like the animal pyramid where like
but like,
mastiff
but like
balance
within-
on boar, goat balance on mastiff.
yeah, but like seeing like, can she do that like with all of them? Is it like Like, what is she... Like, if she asked the goat to eat something, is the goat gonna eat something? Like, eat a...
Yes.
Like, a
The
plant.
goat
Like,
can
this is
eat
just gonna just-
anything. So yeah, you're pushing your limits on these. They will follow your commands, provided it does not, cause them to outright die necessarily. But they follow your commands. Sit, stay, roll over. Eventually, Biddy comes over and starts doing the tricks too. Hambone's doing his best and clickety clacketing his bones around. Overall, you do get the animals to sort of perform, if you will.
I'm gonna teach them tricks.
So you're off on your own, teaching the animals tricks.
I
They
probably would have dragged Joe with me because he did training with Biddy, and I'd be like, Joe, look what I can make the goat do.
Joe is wildly entertained, actually.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah. So you and Joe have a great time playing with the animals, training the animals. They catch on really quick. A single try with a command, and they already know what to do.
Fantastic, amazing, beautiful.
Morkella seems to trance out on the couch as if they are trying to do something arcane. But nobody's really investigating that. So, Matt.
Yes.
It is raining outside. Very wet. You find yourself like a little nook far side of the house, away from the Liari Aziria room, for obvious reasons. Find a little nook, and you curl up there, and you pull out the journal. As you open it up, it almost seems to flow open to the 5th entry, the newest one that you have yet to read. The 157th day of the Healer's Moon, 51st era of the Merchant. I have sat here, unmoving, for longer than I care to consider. My inkwell has dried, and I feel as if I have not slept for an age. I have mustered my willpower to refill my well and write these next words. My master's death has forced a new doorway to open. My master was slain before me, torn asunder by dryads, a savage, uncultured species, unworthy of the power they wield. The rulings brought to me by the courts of Zephyria prevent any lawful retribution, but this ruling is fortuitous, for it declares that Zephyria protects those who are citizens. But it has also declared that dryads are not citizens, but an indigenous species, not unlike the tribalistic Yuan-Ti or the domestic herd of sheep. They are not considered citizens by the standards set forth in Zephyria, so I shall treat them as they are. Animals. No more than a resource to be exploited in service to the people of Zephyria and to the betterment of all others, and I shall have little qualms with that. My many requests for a dryad seed were denied so long ago, but I will no longer abide by these denials. I will take a seed, by force if needed, and with that seed I will create my own grove of dryads, whom shall be docile and obedient, answering only to me. I will make my master's dreams, no, my dreams of creating a better world become a reality. Alondra.
Did you say Alondra?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
All
her
right.
diary.
We're
Yeah.
snapping the book together. Just like, what the what's that? I guess I never made the connection that was Alondra's diary.
Mhm.
Maybe it's because I didn't really know her name until more recently.
But now you know. And that's what matters.
With this knowledge, I'm going to snap the book together. And I'm gonna put the book away. And I'm just going to think about how happy I am that I'm no longer under her spell.
Yeah, no kidding. Because, boy howdy. If we find her, I'm gonna wreck her shit. Although I think you want to kill her too anyway, but we will wreck her shit together.
Boy, oh boy, what a character. It's been a great time, guys. So,
okay, it's even, she's just so entitled. Like, if her master was killed out of nowhere, I'd be like, yeah, your anger, justified. Let's talk about it. Bro, he went, nah, she's crazy. I hate her.
mm-hmm.
Anyway.
So anyway, that'll conclude the evening. You all take time on your own unless you explicitly have something you'd like to do for this evening. Tomorrow morning will come. Seeing as I hear nothing.
Sounds good to me.
Everyone...
So I have things that I need to do, and I really don't even feel like I have the time to do the things that I need to do, depending on stuff. So I think I'm just gonna kind of let the evening go, because my priority would be to distract Azeria anyway. So it's like, yeah, I'm kind of stuck. That's okay.
So, the evening goes by. The storm overhead does pass by. Everyone eventually either finds their way to their rooms, is in their room already, is sitting on the couch unmoving because they're in a trance, or is in a cuddle puddle with the random animals.
Oh, true.
Eventually the morning comes. Dawn comes upon you. Liari and Pyre, you are the first up. And as dawn comes to you, the animals all disappear, as they do. Is there anything you two would like to do in the 4 hours of free time you have before anyone else gets up?
Yep. Pyre is going to quietly, not like sneaking, but just like, the other folks are still probably asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And just leave to go try and see if she can procure some snackage for the big trip. Because she is low on all of her goodies, and she is sad about it.
I thought you did go and refill on snacks, because we said you found everything except the candied cukes, and then that was like, oh, we need to open a...
That was like week 1.
It was earlier, right? But I remember that.
That was like week 1. She's been like being lazy as shit and just like snacking and stuff.
That's fair.
And not really doing much of anything, so... She's looking for sustainable snacking to bring with her.
Sustainable snacking.
Yeah, because like people want to bring something
for
that's gonna be like expiry. Like the things that she was probably looking at and like eating and whatnot has been like, not necessarily stuff you would bring on a long journey, because she anticipated us staying there for a while.
Okay. So Pyre, you wake up about 4 hours earlier than everyone else. You go looking for snacks. You head back to the markets of Stoneguard and do that stuff. Liari,
Yeah.
at that same time, what are you up to? You wake up 4 hours earlier than everyone else as well.
Okay. Mr. DM, I have a list of things that I need to do, but I think the one that makes the most sense to start with, if I can,
Sure.
especially while Azeria is still asleep,
Mm-hmm.
is I need to, because I don't remember if you said I found a jeweler or not the last time when we were walking to find Mads and Pyrie and wherever, because I was keeping my head on a swivel low-key, but I'm for sure going to head out now to find a jeweler if I can. I don't even know if that's something that is available here, but that would be what I am looking for.
Due to Mad selecting jewelers as a potential trade good for the city, there has been an emphasis on it, and it has begun to have a new market, procuring all the goods, raw materials needed for that in a way that doesn't have slavery involved has been a shift. So it is an up-and-coming market here. You go looking for a jeweler. Is there any other things that you do? Like, what are you looking for the jeweler, too?
For what? What am I
Like,
looking
what are you
for?
getting at the jewelers, or are we saving that?
Are you asking because you don't know, or are you asking whether or not you should say it out loud?
Yes. I'm trying to remember.
Because I'm moving. I'll just put it in my notes.
That's what I figured. I was just...
Yeah, so I'm moving forward with that, but also there was a thing that, and this is the part where I was curious about whether or not I should make it unnecessary drama, because it's kind of funny. But also in my notes, I said I want to make some sort of something that we can keep the seed in and keep it safe, that isn't just her carrying it in her pocket.
Okay.
And by way of, for some reason in my brain, the potential drama there is because I know Mads is meeting with Araltha today. If I could go to Araltha and ask for their expertise in making something sturdy, because they're a metal worker, a smith. Even
I don't
though
think that
they
would
low-key
inherently be
hate me, and it's for my wife. She won't know why, obviously, but in my
Sure.
mind, that's funny drama.
I think that's really actually funny. I don't see any issue with asking Araltha for that. I think you might run into logistical issues, but we could say that she
That she's
takes
not
some
at her
time.
shop.
Well, you might find her if you go with Mads, probably.
I was gonna say she
Right.
doesn't have a shop here though.
I know
No.
she doesn't have a shop, but she's also becoming the mayor, so she could just borrow whatever shop theoretically in town. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you'll have to go ask Araltha.
Yeah.
But seeing as they sleep on the same sort of schedule as Mads, you probably have to wait. But yeah,
Right,
so
yeah, but the jeweler.
yeah, you go find a jeweler. Okay. Trying to decide if I want to figure out what everyone is doing and then end the session, seeing as we are reaching the end point. That way I can write it out.
Yeah, because I'll make you a list of my goals that I'm gonna try and bust out in the next couple of days anyway. So.
Okay. Then at that point, we'll say you're out doing your jeweler thing. Would you try and go with Mads to talk to Araltha, or would you like try and find Araltha on your own?
I'd probably go with Mads just because I know Araltha is going to be there. But I think the other thing that I could potentially do in this time is look for the... Please reference notes again.
Mm-hmm.
But that might be the other thing, is I can get an eye on that. I might not go in, but I can get an eye on that. So I would do the jeweler thing, get an eye on that, if that makes any sense. I don't know how that even works. And
Are you doing that without Az?
Well, I have to make a plan, but I want to find the place. Like I said, I'm probably not going to go in, but I'm going to potentially notice that it is there and get ideas.
Noted.
And then it'll be a conversation with Az. I'm so sorry, chat and players, that I know that a lot of this is not making sense to you, and it will. But I just have to be...
It'll make sense next session, and that's okay. Because we are really setting up everybody for everything.
Yeah.
So, with those three things, then Liara, you'll go look for the jeweler. You'll do the second thing and find it, and then have a conversation with Az. And then after that, you will go with Mads to see Araltha.
Yep.
Which, speaking of Mads, when you eventually wake up, your goal obviously was going to be to transfer mayorship. Because that's a one-day process, easy.
Yep.
Transfer mayorship. And then is there other things that you would like to pursue?
Yeah, I would like to... I have some evil thoughts. I have two evil thoughts. One of them, I'd like to go see Araltha again. Not Araltha, Alondra again.
I guess that's a question of who's in charge today.
That is gonna be the question of who's in charge.
Okay.
Oh shit! I almost immediately forgot that we have to tie you up when you wake up. Well, I'll be back, but...
Alright.
Yeah, I want to do that, and then I don't know if I can possibly track down the twins, just so I can try to steal... What's their name?
Silvara.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Those are my two things. It really depends on how I roll.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure you can
want to roll now, just so you know.
I can, if the DM wants me to.
If you find you would be better prepared, then feel free to. If you want to roll it for funsies next week, you do that too.
I'll do it now. Nice. Okay, we're Madstum.
Mads.
It was a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, it was.
So Mads, as Mads. Woke. You're going to transfer mayorship. You're going to see Alondra. You're going to track the twins, possibly to steal Silvara. And then I'll have the NPCs who will do things that I'll figure out later. I already have some stuff figured for them. And then lastly, is there any additional preparatory things as a group, like group thing, that you would like to do prior to going to Eternia, as that will probably happen next episode?
I will be procuring a ship as my last mayor request.
Like general shopping for supplies and things?
Yeah,
Or
kind
just-
of getting prepared for the journey.
We're having another shopping episode!
Mads will prep ship as last act as mayor. General shopping for supplies. Do you have any particular shops you'd like to see?
I specifically want to go look for stuff for spelly things.
The what?
Spells?
Stuff
For
Oh.
things.
for
Like
spell
components, I'm
spells?
guessing.
Yeah,
Like
that's weird. Spell
components. Yeah.
Yeah, like the things that I need in order to cast certain silly, goofy, haha, hikis. You know?
Okay, components for big spells. Heard.
Yeah, at some point we need to get Azeria kitted as well. That isn't just my basic stuff plus decent daggers.
Equipment for NPCs.
Mm, True. I don't remember
that's
what
the other thing is I don't even think we have
armor
the
is
funds
in.
to do everything that we want anymore because we have some money, but I'm thinking about like
Surely some of the nobles that were, you know,
yeah, I was gonna
tiny
say
bits and bobs around.
yeah, I was gonna
Teehees,
say
haha.
I'm definitely going plundering, whether it's stealing directly from the store or you're right, we can go pilfer.
Yeah, I don't want
People's
to.
store.
I mean,
I know
store
you
probably-
don't, but my ass does not care because Az comes first. So if we get a price tag that we can't meet, Liari would 1000% just be like, all right, well, 10-finger discount, bitch. Sorry.
Okay. Noted. So, components for big spells, equipment for NPCs, basic supplies in general.
The other thing that I think is both story driven but also could be beneficial to find out is finding if the leadership of the Freehold Rebellion is still around. One, because Azeria hasn't talked to them this whole time, so that's kind of crazy in my brain that she would probably need to touch base with them.
She does.
On top of the fact that I feel like it would behoove us for them to know where we're going and maybe not. Well, they're gonna want to know the reasons, but because I think they're still gonna try to go to Eternia too, because the slave thing. Well, I don't know. That's gonna be something to be determined from the conversation. But I imagine bare minimum, Azeria and I would need to find. Nope, it's gone. I was gonna say the newly one-armed man, but I'm
Thalric.
Thalric. There it is.
Yeah. Lots of people lose arms and limbs during war. And
Yeah.
nobody got to him in time, unfortunately. In any
Yeah.
case.
So there's a something there that could be beneficial because I don't know. Well, we'll see. But that should be on the list probably.
Yep. Put on the list. Learn about the leadership of the Freehold Rebellion.
Imagine learning. That's crazy.
Learning is
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, because if they were gonna go to Eternia as well, like that could potentially be the small army that we weren't sure if we wanted to take.
Now, see, that is so funny you bring it up. Because that is going to be...
Find out they're already invading and we're late to the party.
You look outside... No, I'm just kidding. No, there's one more event for Mads, which does actually have to do with that stuff that is I'm just holding on to. So,
Sure.
be Mads' final mayorship act when we get there. Okay.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, I think everybody knows what they're doing. We have plans. Kind of an RP shopping episode. And then as soon as you board that ship for Eternia, it's Arc 4. which is
Did it. You made it.
crazy, actually.
I'm scared. My anxiety has not changed. I have to leave my safety bubble. That plane would have punctured at some point anyway if I pussied out. It was like, but what if we just stayed? And it's like, no.
I mean, you could try.
You are drawn to the sea.
No, literally, we've been getting
I
pulled
know.
towards Eternia for weeks. Like, oh.
And you all have your own individual reasons for doing so, and I'm so happy for you.
Gee, it's almost like fate had something in mind.
I don't know, crazy. So anyway, it seems like an optimal time to end today's session. We will pick up first thing in the morning. Well, first thing in the morning in game, but not first thing in the
I can't
morning
wait for
next
the first
Monday.
thing.
More D&D
Tomorrow.
tomorrow!
But yeah, we'll pick up next Monday more D&D, and we'll be doing episode 61. I'm very excited, guys. There's a lot going on. You guys have done so much conversation today. Boy, oh boy, there was a lot.
Yeah. You got to sit down for a while with your popcorn, and then we got a Joe bit.
It was so good. It was so good. I loved the Joe bit, though. Loved Joe.
That was it. Literally, my heart dropped when you started mentioning the dream door. I was like, oh my god, you could have killed him.
It's not really been addressed. The only person who spent time with Joe over the 4-week period was really Pyrie. And Pyrie was still doing their own thing too, but like, yeah, Pyrie and Morkella.
Why the delay in his door?
Yeah.
Because everyone else's door happened immediately, and his door was delayed.
What did everybody else do?
Went back to sleep.
Absolutely. 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'm sure there's something there. We'll get it all figured out, you know? I'm sure it'll all become relevant.
Me go back and re-listen to the VOD, because it's gonna be something like y'all were the ones that were actively touching / trying to read it, and Joe was just in the room or something. I don't know.
I will say that Joe did not interact with the book when Pyrie and Mads went and interacted with the book. They kind of broke in to do so. So
We do be breaking shit.
yeah, could be related to book or could not be related to book. Who knows? In any case, final roll of the evening. Liari, are you ready to have a cape?
I want my cape.
No capes.
No capes.
No capes. But on that note, we'll be ending today's session. As always, guys, if you're interested in being in one of the campaigns, please feel free to scan the QR code that is very obviously on the screen right now. You can also click on the link that is very much in the chat right now. However, thank you all for being here tonight, and I hope you had a good time watching all of our shenanigans, as we do. Yippee! We're gonna maybe say hi to somebody, actually, for funsies.
Whoa,
Can I say hi to people?
We're gonna say hi to people. I know we don't
Yes, I
normally
was
say hi to
sitting
people,
right now.
but we're gonna say hi to people.
Can you say hi to
Because I can.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. We're gonna go say hi to Beef.
We're gonna go say hi to Beef. Beef.
Getting beefy.
Getting beefy.
There's pudding on his head.
Uh.
I don't know why, but there's pudding on his head.
I do see that. Beef's got some pudding on his head. Maybe bring it up? Question
Play
mark?
D&D.
Play D&D! So anyway, guys, We'll see you next week. I hope you have a great evening. Stay safe and stay bold out there. See you next week.